Couch boys and girls. Couch enjoyers. Good evening, good afternoon. It's noon here, so good noon to you. Hey, Avison, John, Delta, Hunter, Dave, Drake, Mike R, Josh. Josh, can you, like, I don't want to start every stream, you know, arguing with Josh, but come on. The pressure to be on time perfectly. I see the 30-second countdown in there before I hit live. Being policed here. Ramp policed by the ramp police. What's up, Sierra? Hey, Chris. Look at this thing. I did it. I know I say I never ever want anything that's not in the marketplace, but I couldn't help myself. 3 p.m. in Tennessee. Nice. Hey, Smooth. How's it going? Hey, Fish. Fish has the first chat message in the chat as usual. I was late. Was I? It says 12 o'clock still on my Windows synchronized interweb synchronized time here, so I don't know. Now it's 12:01. So yeah, I did pick up, as you can see, the DA42 by the COWS. I was gonna fly the 62, and when I got in it and started flying around a little bit, I'm just so upset by how little you can see out of that thing. And I heard that the visibility in this is much better, so here we are in the 42. Josh says it went live exactly at the right time. Thank you. Oh, Lulich. Yeah, you're Lulich. Sorry, Smooth. I always forget. Everybody's got like 7 different names. I gotta remember everybody's Instagram name and their Discord name, their YouTube's name, you know, all that stuff. I'll just throw it out there. If you guys are on the Discord, I'll put the link in the chat. But if you guys are on Discord and you want to chat with each other while we're flying around, it might be a little distracting since I'm talking the whole time, but that is the option. There is an option to chat with each other while you're flying if you want. St. George. Oh, you were born there. Are you telling the truth or not? We'll never know. Somebody is always born or has an uncle that lives everywhere we are, so no idea. Anyway, we're going to get this thing started with a checklist, and we're flying in Utah today. We got a few airports. The total mileage is 428 miles. We'll see how far we get. But something similar to the DA42 would be good. Something with like 170, 180 knot cruise speed. So you could do like DA62 or, you know, most twins get up around there. The Diamond's a little slower than other twins. But yeah, whatever you want. You could be in a Vision Jet and it's not the fastest, so maybe 70% power. Who knows? Chat with others. I don't like chatting with my wife. Haha. KSGU, this is our departure airport today at St. George Regional. All right, let's get this thing started. The Milviz 310. Oh yeah, the 310R is so good too. But come on, like COWS was in the chat earlier. They might still be there, so let's just pretend like there are no other planes, okay? Let's be respectful. Milviz 310, what is that? That's obviously not a plane in Microsoft Flight Simulator. This is the only plane that exists as far as I'm concerned right now. Okay, so fuel 100%, we got it topped off. I guess the DA62, or the DA42, sorry, I didn't realize it has auxiliary tanks. I don't even know where they are. I assume they're all in the wing, just in different compartments in the wing. I don't know. I don't know much about diamonds. But I did notice that there are some good checklists here. They seem to work pretty well with the flight sim evaluation feature, which I use all the time because I'm lazy, or the autocomplete. I did go through this mostly manually earlier. I'll just hit autocomplete for now and see how it goes. But basically, we just turn on the electric master here, get the Garmin's going. This thing couldn't be easier to start up, I don't think. There are some tests you can do with like crossfeed. There's like engine fire and gear tests over here. You can test anti-icing and pitot heat, all that stuff. But as far as I know, there aren't any failures on this yet. They said that it's coming soon in a post of theirs, or it's coming in the future. So for now, I believe it has state saving. So you want to leave things in a good position for your next flights. But as far as like actual failures, I don't think those are implemented yet. Aux tanks are behind the engines. Oh, nice. So right here, I guess. God, I love diamonds. I never fly the DA42 because it's so crappy to look out of. All right, Electric Master is on. I'll turn the music down a little bit so we can hear the engine start. Doors are closed and latched. I think everybody's probably seen this already, but if you hit the doors, it opens canopy style. Looks absolutely futuristic and awesome. The little storm windows open on the side as well, I noticed. So you can open these guys up. Let's get the music off while we get it started up. Oh, Tommy, you're the main dev? Dude, welcome. Thanks for hanging out today. Something I did notice in the checklist that I think is amazing that I don't think I ever see in any checklist for any plane. And I like, you know, I'm a sucker for all the built-in stuff. I like when the checklists are in here. So they have full checklists. Engine start, before engine start to parking, and then look at this down here, speeds. I don't see anybody doing this. This is so awesome. You have a full section of reference speeds here. So we have our stall speeds, operating, climb, so we can go in and find our VY speed right away. We can find our rotation speed here under operating speeds. So 76 for our rotate. We have our VX 77, VY 92, cruise climb 110 to 130, and then approach and landing speeds down to 110 to 120. This is awesome. I wish every plane had this just because it's just such quick reference. You don't have to open a POH or a checklist from flightsim.to or anything like that. So this is awesome. I love stuff like this. Yeah, and it says right here, climb 92%. So we know on our climb, once we got our gear up, and I assume we put our flap, I don't know when we put our flaps up, probably when we're like up 500 feet or something like that. But climb 92% is right there. Don't give other devs ideas. And then I also notice here, it's overflowing a little bit, but they've also called out, I think I can configure these probably. Yeah, here under references. I've actually also never seen a dev put in more than VR and VY for the most part. Sometimes they put in glide and best to angle of climb, but it's pretty rare. And then in here we have like VMC, which is what our minimum controllable speed. I think that's like a test people do when they test a plane out. Seems kind of scary to me. I don't even know what all of these are. I don't know what VLO, LE, or any are. I don't think these are gear speed or landing gear speeds. Yeah, those are over here. So we have our flap speeds, of course, next to the flap indicator. 133 for approach and takeoff for approach. 113 for landing, and then our gear extended speed is 188 and retraction speed 152. So yeah, there are a bunch of other speeds here. I just noticed these, and you can go in and turn them off here in the G1000 if you want. I've never done that before because I've never had so many speeds to have to choose between, so it's kind of a nice thing to have. Okay, and then we got the G1000. I saw that they said that there's a bunch of custom stuff on it. I haven't been able to find any of it yet, so I'm not sure how much this differs. Like the aux page, for example, I have Navigraph settings. Oh, it signed me out. Can I actually click that? No, it looks like no. There's the aux page and then system setup. I don't know if anything here is unique to the DA42 or not. This looks pretty standard for the working title stuff, so I'm not quite sure. And then if I hit charts, I have the Navigraph plugin, so if I hit charts, I can go and sign in real quick. I think this is per livery because I signed this in on the default livery or like the stripes livery. Now I'm in the gray livery, so I'm signing in again, which is fine. Tommy says we only have the 3 small engine pages, otherwise standard. Okay. Small engine pages. You mean like this, just the sidebar, the EIS here is like custom? This stuff over here. And then we have engine system probably. Yeah. So we have volts, amps. So this stuff you're saying was customized for the plane. I think that's what you're saying. All right, I already set this up with my preferences for the G1000. We got north up. We got weather turned on. Looks like there's some pockets around some airports here. A precip, so. Yeah, okay, back to the checklist. Let's get this thing started up. Turn the music off and we'll do engine start. We'll just go through evaluation mode. I love when evaluation mode works as well. Doors close and latch. Strobe on. I also tested this. there are so many planes where when I use my switches on my Bravo, the lights just don't work. But in this plane, they work. So I have strobe. That one works. I have strobe, taxi, and landing on my Bravo. And all three of those work correctly. And also the fuel pumps work correctly. So if you're flying the VI variant of the DA42, there's the TDI and the VI. I think the TDI does not have fuel pump buttons or switches here. And I don't know if it has them at all, but I noticed the difference in the panel was this section here. So if I hit pump on, it turns both fuel pumps on for me. So that's useful for takeoff. So we'll turn those on before takeoff and then turn them off once we're up about 1,000. Otherwise, standard. The modems. Oh, so your modem's getting replaced. Nice, dude. Tommy says the system and fuel lean. Oh, the lean page. Okay, nice. I don't know if do we use the lean page in a Diamond because it's so automated. Oh, okay, the lean page has it's just all of our fuel information. Okay, so I did, I will go to system, go to gallons and top that off so the fuel totalizer is all right. All right, ACL strobe. I don't know what ACL means. Power levers are idle. We have our fuel in the on position for left and right engine. I also noticed that the DA42 compared to the 62, actually, no, sorry, I'm thinking of the DA40. DA40 has, like, it only draws from one tank, so you have to constantly transfer fuel. But it looks like in this, it's all automatically drawn. I don't see any kind of fuel selector other than these levers right here to turn the fuel on. Or you can choose crossfeed or turn it off if you remove the card here. Then we got our pitch trim wheel here. Aux fuel pumps are back here. These two buttons right here. And yeah, those are different than, those are the aux fuel pumps, I guess, separate from the main fuel pumps up here. Or the backup electric fuel pumps. And then back here, I notice you can click this right here, the headphone jacks, to give you a noise suppression kind of thing, like a Bose kind of thing. I'll leave that off though, because we want to hear the engines. Tommy says working title doesn't allow us to change the name of the page and the soft keys are locked. Have to ignore cylinder select fuel totalizer. Yeah, given how like automated and all the ECU stuff in the Diamond, I probably won't even look at the page, to be honest. Prop clear, engine master on. This is just so easy. So all you have to do in this thing is turn on the electric master to get the avionics booted up, and then you have turn left engine on here. Wait, why can't I click that? What? I can't click anything. Whoa. What the heck? That was weird. Okay. Maybe that's a problem with the evaluation mode. Alright, let's get this back on. So all we have to do is turn left and right engine master on, and then turn the key left. And then turn the key right. Are they bound to my peripheral? No, they're not. Alright, and then we got pitot heat on. All of the ECU stuff over here is on by default or in auto, and the alternator is already on by default. And then we'll go flaps to takeoff position and set our altimeter. Turn on our taxi light, parking brake off, flaps are in takeoff. This is set. I'll just set up my autopilot. We'll just go heading. Flight level change mode, I'll dial in 100 for cruise climb. I think it had set up, was it 100 to 130? This is where I can go up here and check the speeds. Climb 92, cruise climb 110. So 92 for VY, 110 to 130 for a cruise climb. Oh, Tommy says never used evaluation mode, tested, or knew it existed. I'm a fan of it just because I like to give people like the easiest way to get through checklists. Yeah, this is so weird. Look, I can't click the windows now. I'm not sure what's going on. I wasn't having this problem before I started the stream. Yeah, I can't click anything. Can I open the top? What? Okay. This is so weird. This was not happening earlier. And I don't have any improvement mods or anything. None of the animations are playing. This did not happen for like the hour I was playing with it before I started the stream. Oh yeah, I can't move my throttle. What the heck? Restart the flight? Yeah, I'll do that real quick. That's so weird. That I was playing with the plane for about an hour before I started the stream and none of that happened. It could be that the evaluation mode messed it up, but I used that earlier, so I'm not really sure. All right, position lights on, electric master on. Let's do this without the checklist. Right soft key. Fuel are both in the on position, left and right. And I don't believe we need the fuel pumps for starting the engines. We only need it for takeoff and approach. Okay, left engine on, right engine master, right engine on. And then I thought, is AV, I think AV powers the autopilot actually. Maybe it's like autopilot because we have TAWS now. So AV master doesn't seem to be connected to the G1000, but maybe some other systems because I believe AV master needs to be on for the autopilot to work. All right, flaps down again. Yeah, everything's working now. So maybe I messed something up with evaluation mode. Memories of the ATR? No, not at all. All right, do we have a windsock? Let's test our brakes. Brakes are good. Control surfaces. That is a massive rudder. 414 gang in the house. Oh yeah, the circuit breakers are functional, yeah. I know there aren't failures yet, but yeah, all of these are clickable. And we have anti-icing on the right side here in the DA42. In the DA62, it's over here on the left side. So over here we have our ECU stuff, and then over here is our anti-ice. Oh, I forgot to cage the... now that we're on uneven ground, let me cage the attitude indicator here. There we go. And then we have things like gear test. And I got pitot heat on already. Oh yeah, we got defrost, cabin air it looks like, parking brake, rudder trim in the middle, pitch trim wheel here. It's pretty linear, I noticed, so if I'm holding my electric pitch trim on my stick, my thumb button, it's very linear. There's no like acceleration, which I enjoy. I like that there's no acceleration, but just straight neutral is the takeoff position. And we're testing the off-road capability, of course. Yo, what's up, Kevo? 414 gang in the house. Gotta test the off-road capability. See if we can get any, yep, kicking up a little dirt. Good, dirt test complete. Looks like we got some DA62s and 42s here. I'm doing the VI variant. So there's two variants that you get with a DA42. There's the TDI, and then the VI. The VI has a more powerful engine. It looks like the cruise speed is like 20 knots or so faster. And visually the engines are different between the two. So I think we just have some slightly more powerful engines. I Googled for a bit and couldn't really figure out what technically the difference between the two is. And I also noticed that the VI has the fuel pump switches here, whereas in the TDI, these are gone. So I don't know if it's automated on the TDI or not, but the VI also has more liveries, so I think we're supposed to be flying the VI. Oh, back trim for flaps 1. Oh, is it normal to have no flaps? I'll just do no flaps takeoff then, if that's normal. I'm just following you guys, by the way. I don't even know if this is a preferred runway, but here we go. Josh is over there in his Vision Jet, so it must be the right spot. All right, let me check some cameras here. This is the default camera. I have my zoom turned out pretty far in the camera settings, so I get this more fisheye view. So it's just personal preference. And then if you hit up, I use my hat for my quick view, so I have left. I remember, what was the plane we tried where we looked, was it the Phenom 300, where when I glanced left, it took me to the back of the plane or something? So we got glance left and right working as expected. This is up on the hat, brings us to like a landing takeoff view. Really nice. If you hit down, brings you down to see both the PFD and MFD. I'm such a fan of good camera presets. And then if we go to control 1, dude, this is exactly what I love to see personally. It zooms in, like fills the whole screen with it. So that's 1, 2, 3 gives us an overview of kind of the whole panel and our throttle. Here is 4, looking back towards the aux fuel pumps. 5, looking to the cabin lighting in the middle there. This is 6, kind of like a quarter turn left. And 7, 8 gives us as a behind the right shoulder. And that's it, nice. I also like when there's more than like 3 or 4 of them, because some planes, the devs will just do like 2 or 3 of them, and they're not very useful, so. 3 is pretty nice for just an overview of everything. But even just hitting down on the hat, this is a great view. You can see both screens. Yeah, pretty nice. All right, what's our rotation speed again? 76. We got full fuel going and I reset it. Tommy says that the TDI has no fuel pumps at all. No way. Yeah, I have a lot to learn about diamonds in general. That's interesting. No fuel pumps. All right, we got a few airports here. We're just flying around Utah today. It's beautiful here, and this is pretty good for the diamond just because we have anti-icing. Looks like it's not too bad. We have some pockets of precip along the way, but overall it looks pretty good today. And outside air temperature is 8 Celsius right now. So, actually, I don't know the difference between the service ceiling between the 42 and the 62. I think in the Discord, Dave or somebody was saying that 16,000 is kind of the sweet spot for performance. Mike says the destination airport is not correct on the banner. I think it is. It's not the full destination. It's our first one here. 1 Lima 9. With Volanta, I have to put a K at the beginning of it because of Volanta and Navigraph. They put a K in front of every airport in the US, even though they don't have a K. So just omit the K. Like in the US, we call them just by 3 letters for the smaller airports. So it's either all letters starting with a K, or if it has letters and numbers, generally it's just 3. Yeah, sorry, it's not. There's nothing I can do about it, unfortunately. So yeah, just put in IL9 for our first one. And we'll land there. This one's pretty oh no, 60 miles. Okay, we got a ways to go. All right, let's go here. Our rotation speed is 76 and our VY is 92. Oh, I love that when you use the takeoff camera too, you can actually still see the speed indicator and the altimeter. Very nice. All right, full power. There's our VMC. Rotate. This takes a lot of back pressure, I noticed, which is kind of cool. Usually when you watch like real pilot videos, people pull back pretty heavily on the yokes and sticks to take off. And I feel like most planes in flight sim, you barely have to pull back. So it's pretty neat that you actually have to put in a decent amount of back pressure to actually take off. Still got a little runway. 100 knots already. All right, gear coming up. 200 feet per minute, and let's pitch up for VY 92. And I'm gonna get a little right rudder trim in as well with my stick. Center that slip indicator. If I can. There we go. All right, and we are above the white arc. Get the flaps up. And I have to pitch up even higher to get 92. How high do we pitch this thing up for 92? All right, we'll pull our power back to 92, I believe it said for climb. All right, load 92 over there on the EIS right here. Oh, I forgot to turn the fuel pumps on for takeoff. Whoops. So we're still at 106 at 92% power. Yeah, how high do I have to pitch this thing? This is a little terrifying. I don't want to pitch it higher than like 10. And we're going to turn a little bit to the right to get onto course here. All right, there we go, 97. Yeah, we're pitched up like 11, 12 degrees, something like that. We're already at 5,000 feet, so since we're in Utah. Oh, Tommy says rotation needs so much back pressure because of the gear drag. Oh, the drag of the gear is calculated at the tips of the gear instead of the middle of the gear. Got it. Branston, thanks for the 3 months, man. Look at that. We heard a task chair rolling sound. Amazing. I don't know if that's an upgrade for you, but I hope your butt is more comfortable now. Hey, Pilot Dave, what's up? Hello, is this the new Diamond? It is, yeah, DA42. You did your multi in that plane and love it. Nice. Yeah, I am by no means an expert in this plane. I'm just flying it out for the very first time. I usually wait for things to get on the marketplace, but I decided because a bunch of people here bought it yesterday. When it came out, I was like, all right, I don't think I can wait this time. I was gonna fly the DA62 today, but I just hate the visibility in that. This one's got some improved visibility, especially here. Like the DA62, the way the top of the plane is designed here above the windshield is like obscures much more of your vision. I feel like the visibility is a bit better in this one. And are like the winglets? The winglets are like huge in this thing. I don't think in the 60. I don't know if they're this big in the 62 or not. Look at these. Look at these things. Hey Jonas, Kilgore, Arham. No, not live on Twitch. I just do YouTube. I had been doing Twitch in the past for multi-streaming, but yeah, I'm 99.99% YouTube only. The quality is just so much better on YouTube too. But yeah, no Twitch here. I was doing it for a bit, but I recently upgraded to 4K, and so I'm just trying to be nice to my system. I don't know. Maybe I'll bring back the multi-stream again later. All right, let's check our after takeoff checklist just to see if I've missed anything. I did forget the fuel pump on takeoff, so. All right, so we're climb, landing gear is up, flaps are up, fuel pumps off, forgot that part. Climb power 92% and set rudder trim, which I've done. You got rudder trim right here, but if you have a four-way hat on your stick, I would recommend setting up and down for your elevator trim and left and right for your rudder trim. And then I set my push. If I push the middle, it resets my rudder trim to neutral, which is really nice. All right, let me get that rudder trim back in to get that slip skid indicator. There we go, all centered there for our climb. Rudder trim is set. Pitot heat is on now. Lights as required. I did not turn on my landing light, so that's on now too. Does the fuel calculator work? Let's take a look. I did reset it before our takeoff. Let's get our autopilot going. Nav, IAS. There we go, flight level change. We'll do 110, it's supposed to be 110 to 130. So we'll do 105. I don't have a set altitude, but I think we should bring this thing up high and just see how it does. I believe Dave said that 16,000 was a good, like, kind of maximum cruise performance from his limited testing so far, so we can try that out. All right, flight level change, 100, let's do 115 knots. Since we're going really high. About to pass 10,000. I'll just leave our lights on for now. How can you play to... it's in the video description. Arham, but we're on USA West multiplayer server. right, so the fuel calculator, I believe we go here to, oh, sorry, to lean, right? Yeah, so I did top this off. Gallons remaining. Oh, wait, maybe I didn't actually. Oh, because we restarted the flight. Yeah, we restarted the flight. Let me max this out. Oh, it automatically updated it. Okay. It looks like we don't have to go here to gallons and reset it. But normally you would go into the gallon section and add or remove it to set the total fuel that you put in before you take off. So yeah, it has our endurance listed. We're not on cruise yet, so we can't really depend on this yet, I don't think. 76 gallons remaining. I don't know how much, actually I think it says the usable fuel, doesn't it? Right here, max usable fuel. Main tank, so 50 for the main tanks and 26. Wait, 2 times 13 US gallons, max difference. 2x25. So is that saying it's 50 plus 26? Is that 76 gallons of usable fuel? Yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah, that matches. All right, nice. I don't know how much is unusable. Actually, does it say 5? Main tank 5, max difference. I'm not sure how much is unusable. Let's see, if it's 76, and how much did we load in here? Gallons. Yeah, it's 76, a little, 26, 26, 13, 13 gives us 78. So maybe a couple gallons unusable. If it's only 2 gallons unusable, that seems pretty good. All right, we're at 12,000 feet now. Just taking this thing up higher. Let me see what the service ceiling actually is. DA42 service ceiling. Yeah, 16,000 feet. Single engine absolute ceiling. Oh wait, that can't be right. DA42 service ceiling, flight level 180. Looks like it might be 180. Just up to the flight levels. Tommy says I had to automate the fuel totalizer because it's locked. Oh, locked by working title. Got it. I actually love, I noticed that many of the instruments are like, especially the analog ones here, like they'll like wiggle around. The altimeter, standby altimeter is kind of wiggling around too. And then the same happens when you go to the engine system here. You can see like the oil pressure kind of moving subtly. Kind of neat. All right, IL9, let's just take a look at what runways we have there. I'll do it on the VFR map. All right, we got 04 and 22, no weather information. Actually, I have a little nav map up on my side monitor here. It says that runway 04 is preferred right now. Marginal VFR for the nearest weather. Tommy says it's certified for 18,000, but will climb to 25,000 if you want. Nice. Do we want? We'll do 16. Looks like I turned off the autopilot because I was messing with the rudder trim. So I guess does it have authority over the rudder trim? Don't see it moving. So if I change the rudder trim, oh no, I can adjust the rudder trim. I must have hit the wrong button. Okay, so I can change the rudder trim while we're in flight, while the autopilot is on. So we got to check the storm doors in flight. Wait, yeah, I have engine stress damage off. Yes. Tempting. Okay, I can't open it. I'm clicking it. I can't open it. All right, cool. Pull an engine back and watch the rudders. I actually don't have my throttles split. So yeah, to try that, I guess I can pull this. Hopefully We'll wait till we're at 16, but I'll pull one back. Yeah, I have a really simple setup right now. Actually, when I get my new, believe it or not, I'm gonna see how it goes, but I'm gonna replace my Bravo throttle quadrant with the Virpil little micro throttle thing that they have. That has a split throttle on it. Right now, I have my Bravo set up really simply with just 3 levers. But hopefully I can just pull back on one of these. Pull an engine back, watch the rudder. So it's gonna automatically compensate for single engine. I'll check that out in a second. We're almost up to 16,000. We're gonna need to probably descend in a little bit here if we're gonna land at this airport anyway. All right, there's our 1,000 feet to go alert. Altitude selected. All right, we're still at 92% powered. And let's go ahead and reset our rudder trim. All right, we got some nice gusts here too. It's not too bad, like 9 or 10 knots crosswind. It's definitely shaking us around a lot. What is this? Is this the parking brake? Emergency gear extension. Oh, nice. Okay. All right, let's try what Tommy's suggesting and pull one of the, cut off one of the engines. Oh, pull one back to 50%. Okay. So we're gonna watch the rudder trim as we pull an engine back to 50%. All right, there's 50%. Is the rudder trim... Oh, it looks a little left, actually. It looks a little left of center. Let me pull it back more. 45%. Yeah, it's moving it slightly left of center. I think. Can we just bring the engine to idle? Check gear.
Check gear.
Oh, nice. We have audible warnings. I'll add in just enough to get rid of the gear warning. There we go. Oh yeah, now we have a rudder enunciation here. Rudder left. So it's telling me to do rudder left, I think. So this, yeah, it looks like this is telling me to put in left rudder. So I'm going to do that with rudder trim. I've never seen this before, so... This is reminding me of the Comanche's autopilot where it tells you to trim up or trim down once you have altitude mode on. So I have the rudder in. There's not like a longer explanation. So we can see the rudder trim right here. Oh yeah, it went away. Nice. That is so cool. That is rad. Yeah, low tech. There's like a Virpil. I have the Virpil stick that I upgraded to like 4 or 5 months ago, and I'm really enjoying it. I have it mounted on my desk. I have a pretty small desk actually. I like kind of downgraded. I'm minimizing my setup over the last year or so. So I'm actually gonna try. Virpil has like a little tiny mounted throttle quadrant looking thing called like a control panel. They have 3 different ones. So I'm gonna try one of those and just to clear out some desk space. And I try to keep my setup as minimal as possible, actually. That's really cool. So yeah, I guess if you lose an engine, there's probably similar instructions, but I pulled the engine 2 all the way back to 38, and it told me to put in rudder trim. So we have a lot of left rudder trim, left rudder trim. And then the warning went away. Put the power back and fly normally. Yeah, I'll do that, and then I'll just touch it'll be instant power increase. And I'm guessing it'll tell me to reset the rudder. Yeah, it's swinging quite a bit. Let's see if it says to reset the rudder trim or not. %91 power here. Jewel says, from a clutter standpoint, I can see the appeal of flying with a controller. Yeah. If you can get good at the controller, I mean, why not? Yeah, it's not yelling at me for the rudder trim, but I'm just gonna put it back to neutral. And our true airspeed's 184, 185 right now. We got a decent headwind though. Looks like it's gusting almost up to 20 on the headwind. Sorry about the oscillations. Only happens at full fuel and realistic turbulence. Yeah. No, I mean, I prefer that something is bouncy because it feels more realistic. Like, I'm not a real pilot, but I can only imagine this kind of thing is just for people who are real pilots. I assume that people like this kind of, like, the oscillation's one thing, but like, if it's realistic, it's better than it just being static, just straight ahead with no no bumps at all. Like, I prefer it bouncing around like this. This isn't right. Turn the yaw damper off. Oh, I think I have autopilot off. Or autopilot just got turned off. Turned yaw damper off. Okay. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. Yeah, that just went away. Cool. It's all good, man. I can't imagine how complicated it is developing a plane. And we're pulling up into the yellow band here on the airspeed indicator. Sweet. We should probably go. I should probably start going down to this airport here. Airport elevation 5894. Call it 5900. So let's get down to 7,000 feet. Just turn off the autopilot. All right, 7,000 feet. Let's pull our power back. And let me see if there are speeds for descent. Let's see what descent says. There's descent power set, rudder trim set, altimeter set. We're still in local altimeter setting, but I'll update it with the B key 3002. Landing data, altimeters, ComNav, fuel pumps on, and fuel transfer off. I think that's crossfeed. Flaps landing, yep, 3 green. Oh, and then our approach speed was what? I think it was like 110. Approach and landing. Oh yeah, we have descent. All right, 1,000 feet per minute, 50%. Nice, it has the power here, so 50% power. Oh nice, that's exactly where I have it. 50% power, and we'll just trim down a little bit to try to get around 1,000 feet per minute. And our ground speed's 170, so 170 times 5 is 850, so like 850, 900 feet per minute. And then approach and landing, 110 to 120, 35 to 40% power. I love when it has all this data is great. All this info. We know our indicated airspeed and our expected power setting. All right, then we got runway 4, so let's turn on OBS, spin this knob around to 040, get a little extended runway line. And I don't know if I can get down in time. We're pretty close. What are we at here? Oh no, we still have 17 miles. All right, not bad. Tommy says the fuel transfer, oh, fuel transfer is the aux pumps in the center console. What is that, number 5? 4? 4. Aux pumps our fuel transfer. Simultaneous use only. So how do I look at our fuel? We have fuel quantity, but we have an aux. We have 4 tanks, right? 2 main tanks, and then 2 aux tanks. So I guess it's just, you can turn on the aux fuel pumps to balance the fuel. Tommy says they only work if the main tanks have less than 22 gallons. So is that to balance the fuel between like the aux and the main tanks then? Or between like crossfeed between each other? I mean, we do have crossfeed as well, right? Many things to learn. All right, we're at 13,000 feet, 1,200 feet per minute. We do have anti-icing capability in this. Negative 18 degrees Celsius, so I'll leave it off for now. I wonder if we actually see the ice accumulate on the wings and stuff. So we have over here the we have TKS button for the windshield, so it's like a push button. So as you hit that, it would theoretically like cover the windshield and anti-icing, like TKS solution or whatever. Ice light is available. We have pumps 1 and 2, I guess, for a backup. And then this is the main anti-ice on-off switch. It's off, low, high, and then you can hit this button for maximum de-icing. I'll just leave it off for now so we can see if we get any ice accumulating. Oh, long-range tanks, right? Range extenders. Didn't it say we had like 4 hours of endurance? I haven't looked at that since we got into cruise, though. And now we're descending, so it's also not going to be great. 1,300 miles. I didn't look at the stats for like the range and stuff like that. I'm just gonna pull our engine power back pretty far. We're doing a kind of a rapid descent here just because I was playing around in cruise. But we'll do a landing here at 1 Lima 9er. This is Parawan Airport in Utah. Now the diamonds just look so good. I think I need to like take some screenshots and look at the 62 versus the 42. Oh, the range is 1,250 nautical miles at 50% power at flight level 180. Damn. 76 gallons. Do you have any estimate on when the failures might be in and like wear and tear and stuff like that? I think that's the stuff like at this point, since I've been simming for a while now. I do look for that kind of stuff now, here and there, like especially because I use On-Air Company a lot, and with On-Air Company, I just want the realism. But I also love planes where I can just hop in and go, not worry about anything. But I think that's what's great about the Diamonds is like it's so easy to start these planes up. There's so much technology in them. It could be like the best of both worlds, where you have a lot of automated stuff, failures in a month or a month-ish. Yeah, wear and tear, and it has state saving, right? So if I'm not sure how in depth the state saving is, but I think I read that it has state saving. All right, I'm a bit high, but I'm just gonna force it down just so we can keep going with the flight plan. We'll have several more landings today, so gear can be extended at 188, flaps 1 at 133. 188 for gear, really? It says unsafe now. Isn't that extension right there? LDE 188. Okay, now the unsafe light went off. These are my speed brakes right now. All right, fuel pumps are on. Let's get the names off the screen. No offense, guys, you're beautiful, but there are so many of you. Thanks for joining, guys. Pretty much every switch and circuit breaker is state saved. Dude, awesome. That's amazing. AZ Stork, greetings from Charleston, Illinois. Greetings back at you from Los Angeles. Hey, Delta, what's going on? Even the prop angle is saved? Nice. Dude, that is awesome. All right, now we're a bit low that I've been just diving to the ground. Let's get some power back in. I think it said 30-ish% for final and 110 knots indicated, so let me try to bleed some of this speed off. And we need to get to 133 for first notch. There's 130. And then we'll wait for the white arc. All right, fuel pumps are on. Landing taxi strobe lights are on. Trimming it out. Rudder trim is neutral. Yeah, we got fuel pumps on here. Landing gear 3 greens. All right, we can go flaps full now. Winds look pretty calm. Okay, 5 or 6 knots from the left right now. See how that goes. It's so pretty though. I don't know if that flickering of the ground is coming in on the stream or not. I see some like flickering. Yeah, all the trees are flickering. I don't know if that's a Rex thing or what. Oh, I'm a little slower, right? I think we're supposed to be about 100 knots for the approach. I am a little low. Z-Stork says, I enjoy your videos, especially the instructional ones. Thanks, dude. Yeah, I'll probably do more when more like the G1000 one that I just made. That's kind of a start to finish. Maybe doing an ILS next and doing an RNAV approach, just kind of making them more and more complicated. Yeah, we got that crosswind. Oh, right rudder. I can't wait for Sim Update 15 with the wheel fixes. Also, my rudder pedals are pushed forward like towards my PC case, so I'm like banging in them on my PC case. Great setup. Good job, Kip. Oh, 90 is a good speed for touchdown or for approach. Yeah, that's a nice crosswind right there. Turn the fuel pumps off for now. Get the flaps. I think we should do flaps 1 for the next takeoff. And let me keep the rudder trim a little bit nose up, I think you said. 90 for approach speed, okay. Alright, let's just taxi around here. Just go back to the same runway for takeoff again. And let me update with our next airport. Next airport is Uniform 52. Beaver. Omit the K though, it's a Volanta thing. So we're going to Uniform 52 is going to be next. Beaver Municipal, only 23 miles. Haven't been doing much sightseeing yet. Oh, Daniel's going around. Daniel's in the Vision Jet, it looks like. Nice. What do we got? What are you guys in here? Primal's in a DC-3. Dave's in the DA42. Oh, we got a Marchie coming in right in front of us in the DA62. Oh, let me get off to the right here. Oh no, I'm gonna miss the landings. I'm not gonna miss the landings. Yes. We got a 62 down. That is a 42. I can kind of see the difference in the winglets. Look how vertical the ones on the 42 are compared to the like sloped ones on the DA62. I was thinking about taking screenshots to compare them, but look, we're right here live with both the planes, so we can see the differences. All right, Enon's coming in the Chancellor. I do have to pick up the Chancellor as well. Look at that little crab. It's showing us a Baron, of course. All right, let's back taxi. I realize there's a taxiway, but we're gonna just save some time. Something else I wanted to check out today a little bit is SayIntentions release. This is totally unexpected. SayIntentions, you know, the AI ATC I've been using here and there. Yes, the one that's $30 a month. They added a tour guide channel. I don't know. I'm obviously a big fan, but I mean and I know for $30 a month that's pretty expensive. But it is the first of its kind of thing. But anyway, you can now tune in anywhere in the US to 123.45, and it will call out to you the direction and distance and give you waypoints and tell you about them. I turned it on briefly before the stream, and it was just telling me stuff about the area I'm flying in automatically. So I'm going to turn that on right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's all you have to do. You just have the program running. And you just tune into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you get a tour guide. It's crazy. Like, it's a little verbose. Like, it gives you a lot of information. So I might need to turn it down a bit. But I'll turn it on so you guys can hear what it sounds like. It's just totally unexpected. Like, so is the multiplayer feature. Like, I don't know. I mean, sure, $30 a month is a consideration, like, to spend that much, but full 24/7 AI ATC with multiplayer and a real-time AI-powered tour guide anywhere in the country, like, it's insane. Okay, let me, rudder trim is set, fuel pumps are on, and we're going to turn off OBS mode. There we go. This next airport is close. Maybe we'll, yeah, I want to do another landing. I just want to get a bunch of landings in this thing. Careful that you don't infringe on, yeah, Class Bravo while listening. I don't know, I wonder if you can turn the tour guide on COM 2 and monitor it while you're using ATC on COM 1. I bet you could do that. All right, we're going flaps 1 for the takeoff this time, so let me visually check. Yeah, that is set, and we're gonna do slight nose up. I don't know how much. Let's do it around there. All right, we'll see how this goes. Parking brake is off, fuel pumps are on, and rotation 76. And we got some nice terrain right in front of us. Whoa. Got a lot of crosswind. $70, 76. I needed more trim for sure. Got a lot of back pressure. All right, gear up. Oh, we do have ice. Oh, there's so much ice. I didn't check for the ice earlier. All right, let's get the de-icing going. I did not check for icing on landing, but look at the props and the wings. All right, we have icing. And that's...
At our 9 o'clock, about 10 miles out,
there it is.
heading 287, you'll find the Parowan Gap petroglyphs. These ancient carvings etched into the Navajo sandstone are a window into the past, believed to be the work of several Native American cultures over thousands of years.
This is SayIntentions.
The petroglyphs are thought to date back to at least the Fremont people who lived in the area from 600 to 1300 AD. The site is not just a collection of intriguing rock art, it also functions as a prehistoric calendar. The gap's alignment with the sun and moon creates solar events on the equinoxes and solstices, which were likely important to the
See, it's kind of, it gives you a lot of information.
Today, it's a fascinating spot for historians, archaeologists, and enthusiasts of Native American culture. It's a testament to the area's deep historical roots and the ingenuity of its ancient peoples.
Yeah, so that was SayIntentions. Like, I didn't have to do anything other than tune into 123.45 on the radio, and it automatically calls out points of interest and just educates you. I don't know, it's pretty awesome. I don't know that it's the best thing for like a stream, but if you're flying around, you know, assuming you're not streaming, pretty cool. Reminds me, yeah, Sean says it reminds me of Bush Talk. We were just talking about Bush Talk last week, and I had installed it, but I haven't tried it yet. And yeah, oh, everything is user generated, which seems better. Yeah, definitely. But I mean, this just coming out of nowhere is kind of impressive. So I'm doing, the icing is like slowing us down big time. It looks like it is dissipating a bit now. But our climb performance feels much more sluggish with the icing that's happening right now. All right, next airport is 20 miles away. We're going to Beaver Municipal, Uniform 5-2. Oh, it's worldwide? Oh, no way. Maximus says the SayIntentions tour guide is worldwide, not just USA. So right now, like, as far as ATC coverage, it's USA
At our
only.
9 o'clock, about 11 miles out, heading
11 miles?
267, lies the Heroin Gap petroglyphs, a fascinating and mysterious sight. These ancient carvings etched into the smooth faces of the Gap's canyon walls
I'll turn it down a little
believed to
bit.
be the work of Native American cultures, dating back at least 1,000 years.
DC3 is not happy in
Petroglyphs feature
ice.
a variety of designs, including geometric shapes, human figures, and animal depictions, which have intrigued both historians and archaeologists alike.
All right, looks
The site
like
is not only a canvas of ancient
maybe a
art,
little bit of
but
ice
also
there
thought
on
to be
the
an intricate calendar system
on the
with
leading
certain
edge.
glyphs aligning with the sun during solstices and equinoxes. It's a magnet for those interested in history, archaeology, and the deep-rooted connections between ancient peoples and the celestial movements. Quite
The
few
more
about
ice you have, the
what
weaker
you
the
say,
anti-ice
yes?
system is. Oh, no way. So do I need to put it up on max then, probably, for it to make a difference? We don't have any anything on the windshield, thankfully. So there might be just a tiny bit here. All right, we're gonna keep it low as well. I'm just gonna fly low to the ground. We can do a little sightseeing, and oh yeah, I've been in at max power this entire time. I should pull back to 92 or lower. Probably more like 80 or something like that if we're gonna stay here. Go ahead and stop our climb. Tommy says turning it on earlier is better. Then you might waste fluid. Got it. DC3 windshield is iced over. You can always go into like assistance options and just turn off the icing if it's annoying. We don't have to be realistic with every single setting at all times. Yeah, I was thinking about flying the DC3. It's a little intimidating, actually. I was like, I don't see it. I know some of the liveries have like the retro. What is it? The retrofit livery that'll give you. It'll give you like a 530 or a 430 in it. So the tour guide is cool, but it called out something that was 11 miles away to our 9 o'clock. So I don't know that we're gonna see that from here. Like
At our 9 o'clock, 13 miles out.
See, 13
heading
miles.
249, the Heroin Gap petroglyphs beckon with their ancient mystery. These petroglyphs are a canvas of the past, etched into the Navajo sandstone by Native Americans thousands of years ago.
So wait, is that different than the last one that it called out?
Of early human expression, but also a prehistoric solar and lunar calendar.
Time to turn an engine
The gap
off?
features a natural
You want me to
cleft
turn one of the
mountains
engines
that
off?
aligns with the summer and winter solstices, revealing the astronomical knowledge of its creators. Hikers, history buffs, and those with a penchant for the enigmatic are often drawn to this site.
All right, I'm gonna turn that off for now. It's a really cool feature. I don't think it's like great for the stream because like I don't know. It's okay. It's just it's very it's got a lot of information, of course, and then it's 11 miles out. I'm sure they'll be making tweaks to it. Like I wish I could tell it to only tell me when something's like less than a mile away or a mile away, so I could actually see it. Time to turn at least one engine off. Okay, let's see what happens. I'm just gonna pull this and then shut off the fuel.
Check gear.
Check gear. Okay, engine is off. You can... Wait, the engine's not off. Wait a second, what happened? Oh, I think... Did I pull my... Oh, I need to shut it off. I'm on crossfeed, that's why. Whoops. There we go.
Check gear.
Okay, now it's off. Whoa. Check gear. Am I supposed to put gear down? I don't think so.
Check gear.
So should I rudder trim? Master off. Hold on, let me check. Is there an emergency checklist? Okay, no, I don't think there are emergency checklists. Hey, Erez. Hi. It's Microsoft Flight Simulator. So let me do... Should I put the gear down? I'm gonna put the gear down, I guess.
Check gear.
Turn off the engine. See ya. I'm doing the rudder trim and gears down. ECU A and B fail. Is A failing? Shouldn't it? I'm expecting it to compensate automatically. Let's see, do I need max power now? I don't know the emergency checklist systems. Yeah, I'll have to look up some emergency checklists. Like, we wouldn't lower our gear to introduce even more drag. Alright, let me see if I can get it started back up. Right engine fuel on, guarded. Right engine start. Turn the master off? Oh, the engine master, you mean? Oh, there we go. Right. Okay, got it. Okay, so it's not enough just to take the fuel out because it's still spinning. Okay, so I would do something like this. Nice. Okay.
Check gear.
So I guess I just need, I don't know. I mean, this isn't going to have any effect, so I guess that's fine. Left ECU A fail, unless ECU B fail. Right alternator fail, so I guess maybe I would turn the alternator off. ECU A and B, right engine. It's on auto. I mean, we're still flying just fine. I guess I would just dial in some rudder trim to compensate. Let's see here. All right, left. Good morning. Goodness, I hate mornings. Pat says, informative and fun. Wish it felt less like people goofing around playing a game. I mean, we do a mix of things because it all gets tiresome in a few minutes. Yeah, well, you don't have to watch if it's tiresome. There's plenty of other stuff to do. I try to do a good mix. It gets a little boring doing like a full IFR flight with ATC and looking at sectionals and procedures. So it's the way. What's nice about a simulator is that you can do whatever you want. And I try to have a good balance between really, really caring about what's happening and just learning and trying things out. Like, I've never flown the DA42. This came out 24 hours ago or less. So we're just checking it out today while we fly around Utah, playing around with it. But that's the nice thing about a simulator is it is a game and a simulator, and you can take it as seriously as you want, moment to moment. It is what you make it, like every simulator game. Yeah, if your thing is never having unrealistic things, then you know it's your decision what you want to do. Of course, I like doing both because it gets really tiresome for me to do something like that sim, pretending I'm a real pilot in a simulator every single time. So, you know. I think it's fun when people pull out the Juice Goose ATV and pull out the Halo Pelican because you can't do those things in real life. That's cool. You can see it like windmilling a little bit. That's pretty cool. All right, let me get it back started up here. Fuel back on. The guard is closed. Right engine on. Start. And then pull back the throttle a bit. Can't please everyone. I personally would get very bored doing the exact same thing every single time. For me personally, I gotta mix things up. I can't do realistic flights every single day. Yeah, and the dev for this plane was here, which was great. So I really love that. We got to chat with him about the systems. He told us a few limitations he had, so it's pretty amazing. Chris says you need to turn on the cabin defrost. Oh, okay. We're freezing to death, yes. Cabin defrost? Do we need the cabin air on as well? I can really feel it. What server? Paul, we're on USA West. Alright, fuel pumps are off, but we do have the airport here to the right. I see you guys landed there. I'm just playing with the engines. And looks like the anti-icing, I'm just going to turn it back to normal now. There we go. Alright, I'm a little far out from the airport, but... And a little high, so we'll get down. Turn around. I don't know which way is the preferred runway. Let me take a look at the METAR. No METARs available. 5,800 feet, so we'll get down to 6,800 for our pattern. Let's pull it back to 50%, I think, is our descent at 1,000 feet per minute, 50% power. Took your 3 daughters on a flight to Naha, the youngest. Cut the fuel for engine number 2. No way. I don't believe you. No one in real life would do it. Simmers want to know, is it study level real? I think there becomes a point where if what you're looking for is 100% realism all the time, then you should be out flying a real plane and not worrying about what people do in a simulator. Because no matter how much work gets put into the simulator, it will never be able to mimic 100% what real flying feels like, because we don't have the same sensations. And the stress that you get from flying for real that I'm sure is just constantly present. So, you know, it's fine. Some people will always hate that people can casually play a simulator if they themselves are pilots. It's just the standard gatekeeping stuff that you see in a lot of communities when something like this exists. It does nobody any good. The good part is that you can learn some stuff about aviation if you want. You can learn about ATC, IFR. You can look up FAA instrument approach procedure charts. You can do as much as you want, as seriously as you want. Or you can just load in and fly around buzzing towers in a FA-18 because you think it's fun and it's entertaining you. It makes you happy. Who cares? Like, come on. It's a video game. I'm sorry, but it technically is a video game. It is a genre called simulator of a video game. I wonder if, actually, I wonder if people that play like Farming Simulator or American Truck Simulator are also upset if people don't do things realistically. Sorry, it's such a common thing to hear, and it's just so, it offers nothing. It's just a complaint that, what is the point of complaining? I don't get it. Like, so what? You don't like it? Okay, then, okay, and? and then what? Should I shut off the stream? Should we all stop flying around having fun? I guess we should stop all the fun, you know? Like, I don't understand what the goal is. On the DA42 cutoff switches, we're in the armrest. However, all of them come with an armrest, and it's just open panel, easy to reach. Anybody within a 2-foot wingspan, shut the stream down. Coming in a bit faster. I should be around 90. Fast approach. I love this camera view though. This preset is great. Bam. That was a hard one. I'm really excited for Sim Update 15. Like all the new tire physics. That's my excuse for pulling to the left hard, so we'll see how it is. Oh, the right alternator. Thanks. Yeah, I did turn that off. Thank you. Daniel says, I'm a private pilot. I refuse to fly props because that's all I can fly in real life. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. And, like, I can play around in helicopters, too, which I never do. Yeah, it's fun. This simulator is great, man. I absolutely love this sim. It's been really fun learning over the last few years. Kevo says, I have yet to see the interior of the Pelican. I uninstalled it immediately. The Pelican is pretty fun, man. It's really good for sightseeing. Just auto hovers, you know, it's great. Alright, we should fill this thing up here. Which airport? We are at Uniform 52. That's our current one. I'm about to update it up top. Just exclude the letter K. That's just shown because of Atlanta. And we're going to go to Uniform 07. Is that in the database? Bullfrog Basin. And we're just flying around in Utah. Yeah, Bullfrog Basin. U07. It's actually in 3 digits this time. In Volanta. I'm gonna get the flaps all the way up. Fuel pump is off. I forgot to put it on again for the landing. And let's get it fueled back up. Oh, we've hardly... Oh, it has so much range we don't even need to. Alright, let's turn on SayIntentions again in case we get some good information. This is a trippy parking lot. I love the... I hope they fix the bug with the liveries. Like, I think it might be a livery issue, actually, not the sim. Like, the developers have to update. Oh, look, I see ice on the front. Look at the icing on the Vision Jet. Is this Josh? One of you guys in the Vision Jet, the whole nose is just covered in ice. And floating off the ground about 6 inches. Alright, I'm gonna turn this thing around. That's the Tony Montana livery. What? Tony Montana livery. Snow on the nose. Chris. And oh, I'm so sorry, Sierra. Sorry, I think I was coming in on final when you gave 5 gifted memberships out. Thanks so much, dude. Green Sauce, Derek, Galaxian, Emmett, and Nick. Enjoy your, pull up your beautiful flight simming stools. Pull out your pipes, cigarettes, cigars, whatever. Smoke them. Smoke them if you got them. Don't get a splinter in your butt. Vision Jet, it parks and still flies. Praise be. Thanks again, Sierra, dude. Appreciate it, man. Alright, let me check my pitch trim. Get that reset. So the dev was in chat a bit. He said that state saving works for basically every single thing, including the pitch that the prop was at. Actually, do we have a windsock? I am so bad at finding the windsocks. Windsock. I don't see a windsock. All right, I'm gonna follow the crowd. Skipping. Oh, uniform 55. You're right. You're right. Actually, let me see how close U55 is. Oh no, it is next. Okay, my bad. Uniform 55. Oh man, why does the sky look so good right now? And I got a bunch of warnings here, so let me see what's going on. De-ice level low, so maybe I should turn that off now. Stall heat failure. Pitot heat off, there we go. Right and left ECU Bravo failure. I don't know how to rectify these. Can I test them? Electric master is still on. Both engines are on. Temperatures are good. Oil pressure is a bit low, right? Yeah, just because we're idling so low. And it looks like our right tank fuel quantities got a little more just because we shut off that engine. So I can do like a crossfeed, right? Let's see how does crossfeed work? Do I turn crossfeed on the engine that I want to have the fuel or the engine I want to remove the fuel from? Probably remove the fuel from. Let me try crossfeed right. Chris says, click the voter to A and then back to auto. Thought maybe I didn't do both of them. Okay, they're both on A now. Then back to auto. Yeah, it says ECU B, ECU Bravo failure. Mechanic has to reset a ECU failed message with a laptop. I work on these in real life, too. Badass, Zach. Put your finger in your mouth, stick it in the air. Oh, there's the windsock right there. There it is, it's hiding behind some trees. It looks like you guys picked correctly. All right, let me get over there, we can get going. Yeah, I don't know why the ECU Bravo, I guess it needs to be reset, so maybe I have to turn the plane off and back on. Alright, we're gonna fly with one failed ECU. Living on the edge. Dude, the colors look so warm right now. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's just where I have the sun set. What time of day I have set, but holy crap, guys. There's so... Whoa. Alright, we're going flaps 0 takeoff. Alright, get ready on those rudders. Probably not as bad as last time, though. Oops, fuel pump's on. Alright, looking for about 75. There we go, rotate. I actually love how much pressure it takes to take off in this thing. You have to pull back pretty hard on the stick. Kind of love it. Alright, goodbye runway. Positive rate of climb, gear up. Rex weather and AccuSeason, yep. I haven't tried Rex weather again. I turned it off a long time ago. Altimeter 3006. Alright, that airport was 5,800 feet, so keep our fuel pump on until we get up 6,800 feet. And we gotta turn her all the way around. Trimming, trimming. Flaps were already up, so we're good there. 6,600, 6,700 feet. Big time crosswind. Dude, that last airport was the worst. This one is pretty good by comparison, I think. I don't know what the other guy was talking about. I think it's plenty realistic with 50 planes taking off at the same time. You can't do this stuff in real life. Like, that's part of the fun. I don't know. I feel like it's like going into any video game environment and telling them, hey, you know that's not real? It's like, yeah, we know. You like go into like Tarkov or Call of Duty or DayZ and you're like, do you guys know it's not a real zombie apocalypse? You know this isn't real, right? Yeah. We know. But we can still like learn some realistic things about components in the game that are realistic. Actually, I don't even know the answer to this, but is Microsoft Flight Simulator even being used as a simulator for logging hours at flight schools and stuff? Like, I know X-Plane is, I think X-Plane's been used a long time for that, maybe prepared, but I don't know Microsoft Flight Simulator's status when it comes to actually like real-world training at a flight school, building hours, since some of them can be like certified.
At 11 o'clock, about 20 miles out, heading 108, lies a little piece of Wild West history, the Butch Cassidy Child Home. Born Robert Leroy Parker in 1866, Butch Cassidy became one of the most notorious outlaws of the American frontier.
Nice.
This historic site is where he spent his early years before embarking on a life of bank and train robberies. The cabin, located near Circleville, Utah, has been preserved to give visitors a glimpse into the humble beginnings of a man who would become a legend. The home is a favorite for history buffs and fans of the Old West, providing a tangible connection to stories that have captivated audiences for over a century. It's quite a sight to imagine the young Cassidy running around these parts, long before he became the leader of the Wild Bunch gang.
Outlaws and gangs history. Yeah, I turned it back on. It's pretty cool. Josh says, the Mountain, thanks for the gifted membership. The Mountain is in the other room, gifting memberships away. She's very nice. Congratulations, Chris. Enjoy your super comfortable Flight Simulator wooden stool. Ready or Not is all out. Ready or Not is real. I remember getting shot in the shoulder. I'm still recovering. I haven't played. What's Ready or Not? Is that like it's like a war simulator or something? What was the one people told me to play? Hell something. There's supposed to be one that's like a really realistic, like, is it World War I simulator? I don't know exactly what it is. SWAT simulator. Josh says, I thought V1 used Flight Sim to log some hours. Yeah, I'm not sure. That's cool if he did. Yeah, I'm not sure. But I feel like based on what I know about X-Plane, playing X-Plane 11 and X-Plane 12, even with add-ons and mods for, like, realism mods for the G1000, the working title G1000 is the most feature-rich G1000 I've ever used. The ones in X-Plane that I had used in the past just don't even compare, so it wouldn't surprise me if you could log hours in a certified flight sim, like with Microsoft Flight Sim. Oh, Hell Let Loose, yeah.
The childhood home of the infamous American outlaw Butch Cassidy. Born Robert Leroy Parker in 1866.
All right, I'm gonna turn that off again. Anyway, that's a cool feature. I'm gonna keep turning it on and off here and there, I think, but imagine what it would say over the White House. What would it say over the White House? Here is the White House. This is where the U.S. president resides. I don't know, what else would it say? It would tell us the history of the White House, I imagine. Hell Let Loose is an incredible war game. Yeah, I haven't played it before. I have been playing Tarkov here and there. Tarkov can be very frustrating, but it's pretty fun. I can play it like an hour or two and then I get kind of stressed out. It's a bit intense, and there's a lot of cheaters in Tarkov. It's notorious. It is known for a notorious amount of cheating. I've just been running this throttle like cracked, like maxed out the entire time. Wonder what it'll say over Area 51. It better say something about our visit there on our Juice Gooses in December. In Japan, Microsoft Flight Sim used with the Just Flight Piper Warrior for simulation training. Nice. You don't like that game, Tarkov? Yeah, it's yeah. I want to be good at it. That's the reason why I play it. It's interesting. When you die, people take your stuff. Yeah, you lose everything. What's interesting though is like, yeah, it's an extraction shooter, so you only bring in what you're willing to lose, basically. But what's actually cool about it is, so there are AI enemies. Sorry, it's a little. I realize we're getting off topic here, but in Tarkov, if you're put off by the idea of losing all your stuff, there's also a scav that you play. You have a character you play separate from your main character, and when you go in, you actually it just gives you random loadout. You're basically taking the place of an AI in the game, an AI enemy, and then you play. So it's like a zero risk thing you get to do every 20 or 30 minutes. It has like a cooldown, but it's pretty cool. After Uniform 55 is Uniform 07. Cheating Underworld of Tarkov is one of the more fascinating sides. Oh yeah, with the wiggle and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I don't honestly think I've run into too many cheaters. Like after you get killed by somebody in Tarkov, you can look at their stats and you can see what their KD is or their hours played and their level. Generally, if their KD is over like 10, they're probably a cheater, because even like people that play it full-time as streamers for years have like an 8 KD. So yeah, that's a big telltale sign. And then you can see their level. If they put in like 40 hours into the game and they're level like 50, you know that they're cheating. But yeah, it's a really interesting game. It's very hardcore for sure, and it can be very frustrating. But it's also one of those games. It's just like, it's so difficult that I want to get good at it, you know. If you look outside the right side of the aircraft, you'll see Area 51. There's an alien ship. We're being hunted by F-22. Buckle your seatbelts. Not my first rodeo. Yeah, it was fun flying by Area 51 actually. When we did the USA tour back in December, that was good stuff. I know you guys have been asking a little bit about doing another like a cross-country trip somewhere. Like maybe we could do Canada or something. I haven't forgotten about it. I think that was pretty cool to do group flights for like 15 streams in a row. It was pretty cool. Is this the airport right in front of us here? I think, is that the runway? Let's see here. We're at Pangutich Municipal, 6,700 feet. Runway 36 is the preference. Winds are 11 gusting 15, so the north-facing runway is our preference here. Canada would be fun. Yeah, it'd be cool to do, yeah, it's just something outside of the US and something that lasts more than one stream. I think that's the runway right there. I'm gonna go do the north-facing side here. Cross country in Europe. We got a lot of options. The world is pretty big. You're a sucker for World War II planes. Would love to see more World War II planes. Like the Zero or the P-47. Aren't there a lot of like Warbird style planes in this sim? I don't fly them very much, just like I don't fly airliners. I'm usually in more of these like GA type planes myself. Could fly across Andorra. There's so many options. It was a really fun time, and we did a super long route too. Like we were doing a 5,000 mile route across the U.S. is pretty nuts. Like we could have gone straight across, like east to west. We had a decent amount of cool points of interest we passed by too, and that was one from that was one of the ones from worldtour.flights, that website that I've used quite a bit. All right, let's get the old Toby turned on here. Just do left traffic here for 3.6. All right, we can already put our gear down. We're under. It's kind of crazy. The gear retraction speed in this is super low, or super high. I mean, 188 knots. I mean, you can't even go. You can pretty much put the gear down at all times. It feels like. We do have a little terrain here in front of us. To the left. All right, flaps 1. I'll do a quick touch and go here. We don't have to do the whole thing. Dogfight in real life. If you want to do dogfight in real life, then after that we're gonna have to play a one-on-one Dota game. Something that I have time in. Yeah, I don't do any. I don't do any flight. I don't do any combat sims of any type. All right, fuel pump's on. Welcome to the Skies Over Utah. What's up, Falcon? Falcon says, retired F-16 driver here near Hill Air Force Base near Ogden. Awesome. Yeah, we're just flying. I think we're still in kind of the southern part of Utah. Kip caught lying in 4K. I don't play combat sims. Oh, after Tarkov, not flight. Yeah, flight combat. Very different than an FPS. Caught lying in 4K. We're in 1440p. I am in 4K on my end. That is true. Ow. That was a little rough too. Flaps up. Full power. Fuel pump still on. What's going on? My engine dying? I think we have do we have failures? I have to stop actually. I don't know what's going on. I thought there were no failures. All right, let's get off to the side here. Yeah, I was getting... Look, I'm getting like no engine power. What is going on? What the heck? All right. That was so weird. I just turned my parking brake off or on and then off, and I started moving again. I think I might have something bound to my parking brake by accident. Brakes. Yeah, how are my brakes turning on? I'm so confused. Did that turn on while I was landing? Huh. Let me restart. I'm going to restart the plane anyway, just to try to clear these failures. And we'll move on. Yeah, I'm not... Oh, let me check something here. Brakes. I'm just hitting a bunch of buttons here. I want to see if my parking brake turns on somehow. When I'm not even... When I'm not pressing my parking brake button. How did my parking brake turn on? That's so weird. The only parking brake binding I have is on my Bravo, all the way on the right switch. So maybe I messed something up. All right, let's see if we can. I'm gonna turn off the plane. Parking brakes, all lights off. Parking brake on, pump off, and we're gonna turn off engines. And electric master. I'm just going to restart it to see if we can get rid of those ECU errors. Okay, I think that's everything. Turn the defrost back off. All right, electric master. See if it clears those errors. Draw distance for the pink livery is cracking me up. Yeah, I ran into that myself back when I made those couple Couch Captains liveries. And I had to like edit the configuration a little bit to get that to be fixed. I have a feeling it's something that happens periodically when there's a sim update, and then all the livery makers have to fix them or something. All right, left engine, right engine. Yeah, it still says ECU-B failure. I guess I can just leave it on ECU-A. Oh, the sim is freezing. Or frozen. Hey, John. John says, gotta go, really enjoyable. And I learned stuff. Dude, I am learning as well. I'm glad it was somewhat helpful. Just seeing me fumble around for the first time. The Mountain with another gifted membership to Blinken. Pull up your stool. Pull it up now. Thank you, Mountain. Two gifted memberships today. What a champion. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mountain. So nice. So kind. Okay, AV master on. Yeah, just gonna say ECU fail, I think, until I restart the sim or restart the flight, so we're not gonna do that. Alright, next leg. Where are we at? We're at U55. We're going to Uniform 07 now. We'll do a couple more landings. What are we at right now? Hour and 43 minutes. Go like another 45 minutes or so and do a few more landings. Does anybody still play Yu-Gi-Oh? Did I pop a circuit breaker? See, the dev said that there are no failures coded yet. He said within a month or so they'll have failures. But he said they're not in yet, so I'm guessing this is an issue, the failure, just because I shut down the engine.
Okay.
There's got to be a way to rectify it, but I don't know. I might be required to restart the flight in order to clear that error. Because yeah, I have it on A for now then, since it says that B is a failure. Oops, and I had crossfeed on still. We'll just fly with them a little unbalanced. Alright, let's set our trim back to takeoff. Neutral. Doors and windows closed, latched, all that good stuff. Alright, parking brake off. Yeah, I'm not sure how my parking brake turned on. Alright, we're just going to take off here from the same runway. Midfield runway departure. Let's see what our takeoff roll looks like. I meant to do a touch and go here, but then couldn't get the go part happening. Rotate. Just in time. Gear up. Flaps are already up. 0 flap takeoff. Forgot the fuel pump again. Good job. Fuel pump's on. All right, this airport was our elevation here? 6,700, so we'll do 7,800 for our fuel pump off. The moment you realize you're taking off with a 20 knot tailwind. We just take off on these flights. I'll have to try to get to the next airport before you guys so I can watch some landings. All right, 7,800 feet, fuel pump is off. Flaps are confirmed off, gear is up. Lower our power. Let's go 80% on our power. There we go. Try this autopilot thing. Looks like the yaw damper might cause some problems up higher. I'll do 9,000 feet. Flight level change. All right, there we go. METARs are optional. Yeah. We're not gonna be upset with each other if we don't land perfectly on the absolute perfect runway, looking up all the weather information and dialing into ASOS and ATIS. Like, yeah, we're just, on Saturdays, we just try to have a little fun and fly around. It's more about the scenery and just going somewhere different than it is about realistic procedures and that kind of stuff. We get plenty of that when we do ATC things and IFR flight planning and all that stuff. Yeah, you can turn the rules on and off as you wish. That's the beauty. So little nav map is not giving me the... Normally it gives me like the safe altitude for each leg, but it's not giving me that today. So we're just eyeballing it. All right, pitot heat on. There we go, -8 degrees. Anti-icing is off right now, but we fly through anything. Yeah, it looks like the yaw damper is causing most of the problem. So if I turn yaw damper off, see if those oscillations go away. That could also just be turbulence. But Tommy, the lead dev for the DA42 is here in the chat. He was telling us there seems to be a couple oscillation issues with having the yaw damper on, so he said to turn it off. At least when we were at flight level 160, or at 16,000 feet, he told me to turn it off. All right, let's get away from these mountains here. Bring the power up to 92-ish. I picked the one livery that like blends in with the ground now. It's camouflaged. Loving the winter skies. Yeah, this is great. Utah is very pretty. We're making our way over to Uniform 07 Bullfrog Basin. See if we can get some tidbits about Bullfrog Basin from SayIntentions. Josh says, oh, is an EFB planned? I think Tommy left. He was here for like an hour or so answering questions. We didn't ask about the EFB, so sorry, Josh, I'm not sure about that. How to find where we are on the map. We just departed from Uniform 55. It's at the top of the screen. And we're headed to Uniform 07. Those are the airport codes. So all you have to do is set your multiplayer to USA East. There's instructions in the video description on how to do it. And then just go to where we are and you'll find us. Yeah, it would be cool to have an EFB. Like I noticed that you can't, I don't know if it's modeled, but you can't open like the luggage compartments. I think there's like a fore and an aft cargo area. or you can't like open those up. I don't know if they're modeled or not. And then the developer did say that there are going to be failures probably with, oh, USA West. Sorry, did I say East? Sorry, we used to be East. USA West, West. We're getting more failures. Right ECU, now we're getting left ECU A fail. What is going on? I don't know where these failures are coming from. Circuit breakers are all in, and I don't think they get popped at all yet. Anyway, the developer did say that they will be adding failures in the next month or so. Keep giving wrong info. Yeah, leave me alone. Don't fly. I'm trying to get you guys to the wrong server. Sorry about that. Dude, this looks awesome. I don't think I have real time on. Maybe we should put real time on so it'll be a little bit darker. Oh, I do have real time on. Okay. Might need to check the lights. I don't know how custom the lights in this thing are or anything like that. We do have floodlight here, instrument lighting as well. And then back here, there's 3 different lights you can turn on with these little push buttons. So you got like 2 front seat lights, one dome light in the back. Real time and weather, yep. What is my name in game? It's Kip space OTG, like on the ground. Kip space OTG. Yeah, I wonder why I don't know, you guys that are flying the DA42 as well, who else is in the 42? Are you guys getting these ECU failures as well? They're just kind of like randomly happening. It looks like right ECU B is not failing anymore. Oh, now it just started failing again. I don't understand. Is the power too high? I don't think so. Is that parking brake on? No, that's off, right? Okay. Yeah, it's off. Anyone else getting big time turbulence? If you're using autopilot, try turning the yaw damper off. But we are getting blown around a little bit here. We got like yeah, it's like gusting 20 on the crosswinds right now. Zach says, I'm not, you got one earlier after you pulled a circuit breaker to restart. You had to restart the flight to reset it. Okay. A glitch with a G1000. Okay. Because, I mean, the plane is performing fine. We're not, like, losing power or anything like that, so I think, yeah, but it's just a G1000 bug. And that is cool. What a pretty plane, man. And it's gorgeous. Big time bumpy. The engines are kind of loud in this thing. I feel like I have my like engine volume at like 40%. But you can go back here and hit this. Turn on some noise suppression if you want. If it's driving you nuts. .414's wagging her tail. Might need to get the 414 at some point. Alright, let's see how far we are from Bullfrog Basin.
146
Oh.
lies PowerPoint Vista.
Is it going to tell us
It's a
about...
remarkable viewpoint standing at over 10,000 feet, offering panoramic views of the Grand Staircase Escalante and the surrounding canyons. Named after the explorer John Wesley Powell, who led the first expedition down the Colorado River through the
climb
Grand
power
Canyon
here?
in 1869. It's a site where visitors can literally walk in the footsteps of early adventurers. The vista is part of the larger Bryce Canyon National Park area, which is known for its
We have failures
geology
on
and
all
river
four
formations.
ECUs.
Among hikers, photographers, and geology enthusiasts.
2K veteran's gonna hop in a Dark Star. Do it. No failures on the 414. Your favorite GA flight model. Haven't tried the Comanche. Oh man, yeah, the Comanche is so good. The Comanche is now on Xbox as of Thursday. So if any of you guys are on Xbox and you want the best GA plane ever made, get the Piper Comanche from the marketplace. Sean says, may have missed an answer since I'm doing hotfix driver update. Have I flown the Virus? I did fly the Virus the other day, actually. And the CTSL. Yeah, I've flown both of them. They're both... I don't have a strong opinion because I've barely flown them. But I think my initial impression was that they were really nice little GA trainer planes, like light sport style planes. But I didn't put a lot of time in them, Sean. So if you're trying to figure out whether to buy like premium or premium deluxe or something, that I can't answer that for you. But the oh no, the Virus, I'm trying to think. Might need to ask the working title team on their Discord, but I don't know if you guys saw it, but 2 weeks ago, it was like a week and a half ago, on the Asobo live stream, working title revealed that they're working on the G3X. So if you guys aren't familiar, they did the G1000 improvements, the 530, the 430, the Longitude, the CJ4, the 747, the 787. They worked on all of those improvements. So the G3X is next, and they announced that and showed a couple screenshots of it during the last Microsoft Flight Sim live stream. But a lot of those planes, there are a lot of like light sport style planes, and like Got Friends, for example, has G3X touches in them in several of their planes, I think. So it'll be interesting to try that out when it's out. Which yoke? I use a stick. I use a Virpil Constellation Alpha side stick. Before I got the Virpil a few months back, I was using the Thrustmaster Airbus side stick for a long time. I don't use a yoke just because I want my space in front of me open, so I much prefer a side stick to a yoke, just because I want my keyboard and mouse on the desk as normal. I don't want to have to put it to the side or anything like that. I'm a big fan of the side stick. Oh, your sim crashed. No. .414 is not quite Comanche level. Oh, has an EFB. You can do inspections, checklists, etc. And the engine sounds are juicy. Nice. I mean, I think we are so spoiled with things like the black square planes and the Comanche specifically that, like, I think we shouldn't hold every plane to those standards, because those are the exceptions. So it is nice to have those kind of systems though, like the realism, the wear and tear, the walk around that you get in the Comanche is amazing. It's really, really fun. But like I was doing, because of it being kind of next level, I just I found myself not flying the other planes, like any other planes. I think somebody last week on the stream was like, could we see something other than the Comanche, dude? It's like, yeah, I know, it's hard. It's hard to not fly the Comanche. And I want to fly a lot of different planes, but I also want to try to put in the time to learn a plane a bit. Like now the DA42's out, and I'm like, man, could I put in the time to learn this plane well? It's not quite as complicated, but once they introduce failures in a month or so, it's yet another challenge unlocked kind of situation. Hey Jack, what's up? How am I finding the DA42? I think it's really nice. I'm trying to compare it to the DA62. I think to me it feels very similar to the DA62, because it's the predecessor to the DA62, right? Like, it has all that great technology the DA62 has, the ECUs. You just have a single, or in this case, 2 throttle controls, and that's it. I think the game changer is probably going to be when the failures come out. Like, all of the circuit breakers are operational, but there are no failures yet. They said within a month or so the failures will be in. I think once that update comes out, like, there is no reason to fly the 62 over this plane. Like, you would fly, assuming you want more realism, you would fly this plane. It's got like custom sounds and custom model and everything. Like, it's beautiful. I don't have much of an opinion yet because I don't fly the DA42 a lot, so I can't compare them very much. But I do like the visibility. Like, the visibility is better in this than the DA62, which has this giant like swooping part over the, like, the roof comes down over the windshield, and like you can't see out of it as well. So I like that. I like that all the camera presets in this are very nice. Like, this is the landing camera preset. It comes with 2 variants. One's the TDI and one is the TI, or the VI, which has a slightly larger engine. That's what we're flying now, so it's slightly more powerful. But yeah, you get like 2 variants, and I think, wasn't it $30? I think it was like $30 US or something in Orbex, on Orbex. I don't know what it'll cost in the marketplace. DA42 is not in the marketplace yet, so surprisingly, I bought this from Orbex. Usually, I try to only buy things from the marketplace because I'm stubborn, and I want everything to auto update in one place. But you have to give it a try. Mostly doing single engine turbo props. Yeah, this is going to be a bit slower. I mean, this thing cruises at 180 knots, and most of the turbo props you're flying are probably going to be at like easily over 200. Like, I think the M500 goes to like 260 or something. TBM 850 I think is similar, like mid 200s. So this is going to be quite a bit slower. I mean, the DA62 is almost like a single engine performance, but it happens to have two engines. But it is very pretty. It's a cool plane just because the Diamonds have much longer wingspans. So I believe the Diamond DA60, or the DA40 compared to the single engine DA40 compared to like a 172, has like an extra foot wingspan on it. So it's much more like glider-like, as you can see. So you're also like approaching at faster speeds. Like when you're taking off, like you're rotating in this thing at like 72 or 75 instead of like 65 or 60, something like that in a 172. Or is it, no, the 172 is like, is it 55 knots? So your takeoff and landing speeds are a bit faster in the Diamonds just because of I think it's mainly due to the wingspan. But it's interesting. I mean, it's I think it was $30 through Orbex. It's nice. I can't wait for the failures. The failures are what interests me nowadays. I like the planes that have realistic stuff, so that's why I'm such a fan of the Comanche. The M500, Piper M500 is really good too. The Diamonds just have some unique kind of just some character to them. Yeah, they're like, yeah, it's neat how much is automated on them too. We had like pulled an engine earlier, and or what did we do? I think yeah, when we pulled one engine, we pulled engine power to the right engine down to like 40%. And it has some cool unique things where it'll like give you a rudder indicator to let you know to set rudder trim to the left if you lose one of your engines or the power is not symmetrical. Set max endurance cruise in a turboprop. DA42 will be able to keep up. Oh right, yeah. Yeah, if you're not just going like full power the whole time, yeah. Does my side stick have a desk clamp? Yes. Yeah, I have it mounted to the desk. I used to, when I had the Airbus side stick, I would just put it on the desktop and use it like that. And I just got used to it.
At 9 o'clock, about 13 miles out, heading 338, we have the Hogback Kip. This Razorback Ridge...
Turning that off again. I think the SayIntentions tour guide thing is incredible. I just wanted to have a lower threshold for how far things are. Like 13 miles, that's going to take us... gonna take us like 6 minutes to get to that POI that it's calling out. And by the time we get there, I'll have forgotten about it, I think. If they could lower it so it's within like a mile or two, I think that would be good. I know I've said that already, but yeah, I want to use it. I just don't. I don't have anything to look at yet. The POI it's calling out, it's like up here somewhere. Welcome back, Arham. You're looking for a yoker at Sidesit to upgrade from your HOTAS X. Do I have any recommendations? Turtle Beach Velocity 1. I haven't used the Turtle Beach stuff. Like, I only know the stuff that I've used. A yoke. I've heard that the Thrustmaster Boeing yoke is very good. I haven't used it myself. I've had the Honeycomb Alpha, the TCA side stick, Airbus side stick, and the Verpal Constellation. Those are the 3 that I've used. The Alpha is nice, but honestly, given all the drama surrounding Honeycomb recently and like whatever is going on with their business, it kind of worries me to buy any of their products that are getting manufactured now. I guess if you found a Honeycomb in stock somewhere, it's fine for the Alpha and Bravo, but yeah, there's some weird stuff going on with their business, so I'm not really sure. That kind of makes me not want to buy Honeycomb stuff for now. But yeah, I went the Verpal route. Verpal's very expensive. It's at the higher end for sure. So I got the Verpal side stick, the left-handed one. They only have basically one available for left hand. It's more made for like combat sims and stuff because it has tons of buttons and switches everywhere, but that's really nice for a flight sim just to have more things to bind. But yeah, the Alpha is pretty good, but I've heard that the Airbus Boeing yoke is supposed to be really high quality. Oh yeah, Mike has the velocity. Yeah, there are a few people that have the velocity in the chat and in the Discord that, from what I've seen, they've all liked the velocity stuff. Yeah, I just haven't used it myself personally. All right, let's see airport we're coming up to here. Let's see what time it is. 2 p.m. I'll probably do one more airport after this. I have some company coming today. A friend of mine's taking the train down the coast to visit, and we are gonna hang out, have some food and beers, and go see some music and stuff. Actually leaving the house, it's a big thing for me. I don't really like it, but I'm gonna do it. Maximus says, speaking of the tour guide I was flying in Sweden, it was smart enough to give me the distance. Oh, in kilometers. Nice. Very cool. Hop over one mountain range and the terrain's completely different. Dude, Utah, yeah, Utah is amazing. Look at this. I haven't even been using autopilot. This thing is like trimmed out. I don't even think I have, yeah, I don't have any rudder trimming really. We're gusting a little bit. But this thing is very, very stable. By this thing, I mean the DA42. I haven't had autopilot on this whole time. I'm just like barely pushing the stick. I got it trimmed out pretty nicely, I guess. Seems like pretty rare you can get something trimmed out. Obviously, like the winds are gonna, it's gonna depend on the winds. If we can get it trimmed out and be pretty hands off, but yeah. Do I use the rudder controls? Oh, you're asking Mike, yeah. Or do you have pedals? You know, I honestly don't think... I think the stick and the stick / yoke is the 100% most important thing. Like, I don't even mind using the twist axis to use rudder on my stick. Like, to me, rudder pedals are the last thing on the list. Like, number 1 is the stick. Number 2 is the throttle. Because you're going to be like stick and throttle, like on final, it's all stick and throttle. Using the rudder to line yourself up like in a crosswind or something is great, or if you need to do a slip or something like that. But with this simulator, like to prioritize it, having a good stick is number 1. If if you're just doing IFR, if you're doing IFR and you're using autopilot all day, like I do, very often. You don't really need much of anything, honestly. Like, I had done flights where all I had was the TCA Airbus side stick, and it's got one little slider on it. I set that to my throttle and used the twist axis. I was using all 3 axes and the throttle slider just on one device, and it was fine. Because you're just, you know, flying an approach and disconnecting the autopilot at the last minute, landing, applying full brakes, taxiing with the twist axis. Like, it just depends on what you're doing, of course, but like, you can get away. I think you can get away with only having a stick for a while. And if your stick has a little slider for throttle, you can totally use that. Or just hit like F2 and F3 on your keyboard to manage your throttle. But yeah, having a good stick so you can make these little tiny adjustments like this. A high quality yoke, high quality stick is so nice. The Airbus side stick was really nice, but I couldn't make this detailed. Look at these teeny, I don't know if you guys can see this moving, the tiniest bit. These like absolutely tiny micro adjustments I can make because of the quality of the Virpil stick is very, very nice. I can just push it like a millimeter and it'll react. It's really impressive, the quality on this thing. All right, Bullfrog Basin, preferred runway. Let's see, winds are 290 at 11 knots. So maybe runway 01? We have 01 and 19. I mean, we're gonna have a crosswind. I guess 19 is preferred. Let's flip on our good old OBS again. Kilgore says the Velocity 1 flight stick is my best friend. Alright, let's bring this down to... Alright, I'm at 30% power. I guess that'll work. Normally, I think the guidelines are 50% power for 1,000 and pitch for 1,000 feet per minute rated descent. Oh, runway 1 looks better? Alright, let's switch it over then. Runway 01, I believe you. I'm entering at a 90-degree angle instead of a 45. I keep having to do like a double take at the gear extension speed here. 188 knots, like it seems like too good to be true. It's like an air brake. You just put it down at basically any speed because like this is like toward the top of the yellow band on the airspeed indicator is like 180 something knots, so you're looking, I can just put the gear down at any speed I want. It's kind of crazy. Looks like I'm a little low already. Alright, 1 notch of flaps out, fuel pumps on. It looks like the warning disappeared. I think they just keep going on and off. Somebody said earlier that it's like a G1000 bug. Definitely a little low here. Airport's at 4,100 feet. Oh no, I'm at 52. No, I guess I'm good. It feels like we're low. Is the TBM 930 the fastest plane with a G1000? I think it might be. Because I think the TBM 930 is faster than the Piper M500 turboprop. Oh, the Vertigo. Yeah, that's true. The Vertigo. Yeah, the Got Friends Vertigo is... That plane is so silly, though. Do we count the Vertigo? Christopher says G1000. Few bugs relating to notifications. All right, yeah. We're not going to worry about the ECU failure messages then. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, the G3... Right, yeah, Sean. Sean's right. The 930 has a G3000. So maybe the fastest with the G1000, if we don't count the Vertigo, might be the M500. Because the Vision Jet also has G3000, and so does the Honda Jet. Man, Utah looks so good. Oh, right, the Cox per Phenom 100. There we go. Yeah, I did just try the Phenom a couple weeks ago. I haven't floated since the stream where we tried it out, but... Alright, fuel pump is on. Pitot heat is still on. I guess I can come off.
500.
This is a crazy approach. I realize it's pretty shallow. Oh wow, I might need to do a go around. All right, there we go. For the sim, we just land it. Winds are good here too. All right, we're gonna back taxi and do one more. Cockspur, yeah, the Phenom 100 is in the marketplace, yeah. Yeah, sorry, you guys can hear the puppy in the background. Sorry about that. Yeah, I switched over my microphone a few weeks, or was it a week ago? I'm using a headset mic now that I'm actually pretty happy with. I normally have a gigantic microphone in front of my face. This thing picks up a lot more than the other microphone did, even with a gate on it, but man, I really love using a headset now. It's been really nice. All right, I'm gonna do one more airport here before we call it a day. What are we at? 2 hours and 18 minutes. It's a good amount of time. Good amount of time getting used to this plane. All right, uniform 07 to KBDG. We're going to Blanding Municipal. Just updated the top of the screen with that. Kilo Bravo Delta Golf. No Gulfstream planes. Oh, because of legal things. Yeah, they have to get permission from the manufacturer in order to do it. Yeah, and some manufacturers, I guess, just don't want their planes being flown in the sim. I think at one point someone... Oh, actually, we got a couple landings coming in, don't we? Sorry, guys, I've been pretty bad about watching you guys land. Yeah, some manufacturer, I guess they don't want people to like crash their planes in the sim or something. I don't know, it's kind of weird. I don't know if that's the actual reason. Seems like kind of a weird reason. Like, people know it's a game, so. Stanley had a much better landing than me. I touched down so far. I was not expecting. This is a pretty challenging approach because the hill right here is intimidating. I'm coming in, I'm like, uh oh, I gotta add power. So I started adding power, and then it slopes down to the runway. It's pretty challenging. Mike looking hot pink here. Beautiful. Mike's in the 62. Joker in the TBM 930. The winglets on the end of the 930 look similar to the DA42 actually. Oh, your sim crashed too, Sierra? We've had a lot of crashes today from you guys. I luckily haven't yet. Cordial in the DA42. Dude, that was beautiful. Damn. Nice landing. Very nice landing. 16 out of 10 on that one. Darth is coming in. Is it? Wait, which plane is this? Got a Bonanza. He's doing some bounces for us. Potentially on purpose. On purpose. Alright, I think that's everybody that's down. Flipper looks like he's going around maybe. Alright, let's do one more here. Parking brake is off. Wait, what? Oh, am I out of fuel? Did I run out of fuel? No. Right oil pressure. Yeah, our right engine is gone. Huh. How'd that happen? I think I need to cross-feed some fuel though. Yeah, right engine is much higher than the left engine. So do I do cross-feed on the left? Is that how it works? Or do we need the aux pumps? We have these aux pumps back here as well. Let's see if that's actually changing. Not sure how to balance the fuel out. Whoa. What the? Alright. That just... The right engine didn't go down though. I guess it's balanced now? I'm gonna have to learn how to do that. Turn the aux pumps off. Alright, parking brake off. I guess we're back. Back in action. This little maneuver is gonna cost us 52 years. Matthew McConaughey. You crash the sim, it takes 52 years to restart it nowadays. Alright, one more leg here. 59 miles to Blanding Municipal. And we'll call it a night. Call it a day. Then I'm gonna go get my food on, get my beer on, go watch some live music, pretend to be a social human. Alright, let's get the pitot heat back on, pump on for takeoff, landing taxi and strobes are on. Update our altimeter, 2987. Joseph says you can see me, but I can't see you. It's probably just the classic Microsoft Flight Simulator multiplayer bugs, unfortunately. It's just the never-ending. Oh, you were Joker. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I saw you coming to land. All right, let's check our pitch trim. Set that back to takeoff position. Flaps are up. Trim neutral. Rudder trim neutral. And once we depart, let's turn off OBS mode. There we go. We are gonna head east. All right, we're at 4,200 feet, so we'll keep the fuel pump on until we get to 5,200. All right, 60 knots. 70 knots. Little crosswind there. Oh no, not really. That's pretty much straight down. All right, gear up. Trim for 92-ish. All right, there we go. 4,600 feet. We need to be over 5,000. What did I say? 5,200? My game runs smoothly. What CPU? 4080 and a 7800 X3D. I have my site linked below. It has all my equipment, all my stuff listed there. If you want all the details. I'm actually running a partially broken 4080 because NVIDIA sent me a 4080 Founders Edition that had a broken fan, and they refused to give me a refund. So I talked to my bank, and my bank gave me a full refund for the card. Big win. NVIDIA refused over like a month of correspondence to do anything other than offer me a repair for it instead of just giving me a refund. They wouldn't let me buy a new card by my own dime. I offered to buy a new card, get it sent to me, and then send them the old one, broken one back for a refund, and they refused. So I told my bank, and my bank said, we'll look into it. 30 days later, they resolved the dispute and just gave me a full credit for the entire card. So that's what you get for just not being nice to your customers. I wish that I just got a working 4080. It works great. Like, it works fine, but the problem is that one of the fans is broken, so it's running hotter than it even needs to, which is kind of annoying, and it makes a noise, actually. It makes like a zzz sound where the fan is like trying to be used, but it's stuck. It's mechanically stuck and won't actually turn. Even with my finger, I like can't turn the fan. So yeah, it's not great, but I mean, it's working. It's performing well, but I know that mechanically it's broken. There's a problem with it, so it's kind of annoying. EVGA, yeah, I'm never buying direct NVIDIA again because of this. I will buy third party every time, and as soon as NVIDIA cards, if they ever get dethroned by AMD as far as technologies go, I'll just not do NVIDIA anymore because they're jerks. So, all right, whoops, fuel pump off. Ever thought to go liquid cooling? No, I haven't done that myself. As far as my CPU, I just have an all-in-one cooler. I have like a deep cool, which is great. And I haven't done any liquid cooling stuff. I know some of the GPUs have like custom like cooling things, right? Like liquid cooling things. But it runs fine. Like honestly, like the card functionally is doing fine. It just, if you pay for a new card, you should get a new fully functional card, and they refuse to refund me. So I disputed it. I think that's like one of the only disputes I've ever made in my entire life on a charge. Yeah, it's really annoying. They should just have allowed me to refund it. And yeah, I did all I could. I tried to be nice about it. I offered to buy a whole new card myself, get it shipped out, and they just said no. Oh, the AMD plans are very promising. Nice. Yeah, I got credited by I put on a Chase credit card. And yeah, Chase did a great job. All right, we got 52 miles. Looks like we're gonna avoid, I don't know, we'll see where that cell moves. Maybe it'll move south and we'll have a nice little IFR scenario here. Probably not though. Can see those clouds in the distance. 2K Veteran says, I never got an NVIDIA Founders Edition. Oh yeah, I read that already. Always got EVGA. Yeah, I think a friend of mine has, I don't know if he has an Asus or a EVGA or like a Zotac. He has one of the third-party 3090s. Or sorry, 4090s, and he's very happy with it. So yeah, it seems like third-party cards are just fine. Like the non-Founders Editions. I just had a good experience with my 3080 Founders Edition before I upgraded. So I decided to go Founders Edition again, but now I regret that decision. This plane is pretty. You got to love it. Man, yeah, Utah is amazing, man. What's up, Bandit? Take the card to a computer repair shop. They'll probably be able to replace the fan. Oh, yeah. Then you get a 4080 for a cost of the new fan. Yeah. The main issue is just, like, I didn't want any downtime. Like, NVIDIA was saying I would ship it to them, they would repair it, and then send it back to me. And it was happening over the holidays. Like, right before the holidays is when I was having all the communication with them, and I was just like, this is gonna take weeks. Like, I'm gonna be without a PC for weeks. So I can't sim. If I use it for any other work-related stuff, like not, you know, not just simming, which is just a hobby, really. Right, they charge full price for the defective product. So they didn't offer a replacement. They told me that they would repair it, which is the same as getting a refurbished one. Like, I didn't pay for a repaired graphics card. I paid for a new graphics card. So I was like, no, like, no way. I paid for a new graphics card. Give me a new graphics card. Unless they're going to give me like a refund of like $500. Like, I was like, yeah, I didn't buy a refurbished card. I don't want a repaired card. Just give me what I paid for, man. Is that a bug with that? Yeah, okay, it was hot pink. Now it's good. Look, pink, blue, almost blue. All right, we got our pitot heat on. How cold is it still? -9 out. Where did we get any icing here? We got a decent amount of icing on those first couple legs there. It was nice to see that in action too. And yeah, Tommy, who is the lead developer of this plane, of the 42, was here earlier, and he was saying, yeah, with like the de-icing system, you want to get ahead of it. So whether or not this is enough, if this like fog or these clouds we're going through now are enough to ice it up, we would turn it on in advance, like kind of like a drink before you're thirsty, eat before you're hungry kind of thing. So it's kind of more of like a exercise thing. Back from my days cycling, it was always the that was the rule when you're cycling, especially if you're doing like a century or something like that, is yeah, drink before you're thirsty and eat before you're hungry. So that's where my mind goes when it comes to de-icing. It's like, turn it on before you have the icing problem, otherwise it's too late. And that was impacting our climb rate our airspeed pretty significantly earlier. 2K says hype for Flight Sim 2024. Oh yeah, of course. Dude, this sim has been so incredible. I mean, by the time 2024 comes out, this will have been out 4 years, assuming 2024 comes out in August. When this started, people were like, it's all right. Like, the G1000's not great. Like, how far this has come in the last several years has been insane. We've gotten 15 world updates for free. 14 major sim update patches for free. They added helicopters. They added gliders. They give away planes. Like the 40th anniversary edition, didn't they give away like 2 helicopters, 2 gliders, the Airbus A310? Right? What else? There's so much that Microsoft has given away in the lifetime of this sim so far. I'm very excited for 2024. If it's going to increase our load times and give us shared cockpit, if it just gives me those 2 things, I'm going to be stoked. We're getting all the random failures again. The dog is here begging for attention. What is she doing? She's going crazy. I gave her a shower yesterday. She got her first bath. I just held her in the shower. It was very funny. She was chill. The nameplates. Philip, it's in the video description. It's called... wait, is it in the video description? I might have to double check. It's called Better Nameplates. I think I put it in the video description because people always ask about it. Yeah, it's the second link if you scroll down. It's called Better Nameplates. It's on flightsim.to. And you can edit the files of it to customize the colors. You can enter names of friends on your list and it'll highlight them. So I don't have all you guys on my list right now because a lot of people have numbers, like a number sign with numbers at the end of their name, like pound 1234. So if I don't know what your secret numbers are, I can't add you. But yeah, if you add me to your friends list, I can add you if you want to be blue on the stream. Yeah, the nameplates are great. Yeah, the default ones are just gross. They're gaudy. They're huge. Soul says, Sim looks beautiful. Oh, Sean says Sim looks beautiful. Oh yeah, better than X-Plane or anything. Yeah. Dude, I mean, I played X-Plane 11. That was my first sim. It was only a few months before Microsoft Flight Sim came out. 2020 came out. But I also gave X-Plane 12 a try when it came out. X-Plane is... There's not enough improvements in it for me to want to play it. For me, it feels very... I always describe X-Plane as lonely. There's no live traffic built in. There's no multiplayer built in. The ATC is actually horrible. I know we complain about ATC in Microsoft Flight Sim. I don't know the last time you guys used X-Plane's ATC. It's horrible. I couldn't even get it to give me an approach when I was playing X-Plane 12. So I had major problems with the ATC. I don't think either one is absolutely amazing. I think they're both bad. X-Plane is no better than Microsoft Flight Sim ATC though. But yeah, I mean, how do you... At this point, 3.5 years into Flight Sim 2020, I just don't see it as there being any competition at all. I do think that X-Plane has a reason. The reason for X-Plane to play it still is if you have a plane that's only an X-Plane. I think that's the only reason to do it. Is if there's something, a configuration of avionics or something, like say you want an SR-20 with Avidyne avionics in it, you can't get that in Flight Sim. But that does exist in X-Plane. So if you have a specific training need or a very specific, you know, configuration you want, sometimes you have to go X-Plane to get that. AccuSeason rocks? Yeah, 100%. Love AccuSeason. See the same scenery as you? Yeah, AccuSeason I think is like one of the best add-ons. AccuSeason and Navigraph, those are the two. Isn't X-Plane 12 multiplayer? I don't think so. X-Plane 12, like the big flagship update was rain effects or cool or something like that. Copilot feature? I mean, we have like Copilot stuff that we have in Microsoft Flight Sim as well. I don't really use any of it, all the AI stuff, this flight assistant stuff. If I do use the AI stuff, sometimes I'll turn on AI ATC. Yeah, I'm not really familiar with the X-Plane. Whatever the Copilot feature is. They're planning to add multiplayer in the future. I mean, that's cool, but what that means is, well, if you want multiplayer, then you have to play Microsoft Flight Sim. Started with X-Plane 11, changed a few months ago, we'll never go back. Yeah, I don't know how they can compete. Like, as far as I know, they're a much smaller operation. Hard to compete with Microsoft and Asobo. Oh, you can co-pilot with a friend. Yeah, you can do that in Microsoft Flight Sim, but it's not like a first class. It's not a built-in feature. You have to get your controls. And your controls is... It works well for some planes, but not well for others. Planes that have like more modern avionics, like it doesn't sync very well with like Garmin's, with like Garmin's or MC, like what do you call them? MCDUs in airliners. Like any computer, any LCD screens like don't sync very well. But it is a great add-on. Like I've used it a few times, probably used it like a dozen times or so to do flights on VATSIM and stuff, and it's really fun. Your controls is. I just want a first class, you know, built into the sim shared cockpit where you can choose your seat. You can choose to be a passenger, would be awesome. And how your controls works is you're actually both in your own plane. So it's just two planes right on top of each other, basically. But it would be awesome if it was a real true feature that you would be one plane in reality, instead of two planes where it's synchronizing the settings back and forth. It says it's planned, but we'll see. I don't really... I'm skeptical that it'll be out when Flight Sim 2024 is released. I think it's going to be one of those things where like they say it's going to be out and then they don't do it for a while after. Because it's been in the wish list forever, this shared cockpit. And I think it's said planned for years. So I'm a little skeptical. We'll see if it comes out. I hope it does. All right, how far away are we from Blanding? 19 miles. Blanding is at 5,800 feet. So let's set our selected altitude to 6,800. Just a little reminder. $6,800. There we go. Check out 5:54 p.m. All right, let's do it. We're at 3:35. 5:54. Ooh. I'll leave it a little before 5:54. So we'll get a sunset. Does AccuSeason impact your frame rate? I'm sure it does in some way, but I don't really notice it, but I have a 4080 with like frame generation turned on, so unless I'm in an airliner at a major airport, my frame rate is usually decent. Soul says he hasn't noticed it. I mean, it should be replacing trees, right? Not doubling up on how many trees there are, so... And it does the terrain, like coloring stuff that it does as well. Yeah, I can only say that it runs fine for me, but I have a pretty good setup. Regardless, the results are unique. Yeah, it's hard to say unless someone has a very similar setup than you. Let's see what runways we have. It prefers runway 35 right now. Winds are 290 at 9 knots, 290 at 9er. Altimeter 2983 at the field. Field elevation is 5,800 feet. So we'll do 6,800 pattern, and we're going to land on runway 35 is the preference. So let's set our OBS to 350 for runway 35. What's up, Keith? 350. Let's see, can we get a chart? Oh no. Again? Huntington. That's not right. There we go. All right, 35 is 348. So we'll set our OBS precisely. 348. All right, 348, we got 10 miles to go. So I should turn to the left a little bit if we want to enter like a 45 degree this direction, then down and around for 3.5. And it's a 5,700 foot runway. Parking is on the east side, so we'll turn off right around midfield, turn to the right for parking. Thanks for the sub, Josh. Hey Jerry, what's up? Let me get that flashing cursor off. There we go. That's driving anyone else crazy. Man, the air is so smooth right now too. Like we have 1 knot. 1 knot tail, 1 knot from the right. We're in the green arc and I'm barely touching the stick. Like this thing it trims out really nice. Rudder trim is neutral. We're just cruising at 74% power. In the green arc, and I got it trimmed out, got the pitch trimmed out pretty well here. This thing is so like, I mean it's a diamond. It's so smooth. I'm just barely touching the stick. It's great. Have I heard of PSX real traffic? I have not. I personally do not care about AI traffic. Like I know Beyond ATC is doing a lot of work with their program that's upcoming for traffic injection. I guess that's important just because you want to see the traffic that you're hearing. Like you're going to hear ATC call out about that traffic and say things about them, whatever. So that makes sense. But like FSLTL and stuff like that, and even the live Microsoft Flight Sim traffic, I don't really care about it. I think I will start caring about it when it's related to ATC, like with Beyond ATC. But yeah, I don't use FSLTL. I don't even turn on the live traffic in Flight Sim anymore because it just doesn't impact my experience of simming. I think when Beyond ATC comes out, that'll change. What's up, Skytation? How's it going, man? We're making our last landing here in the DA42. Look at this, I'm gonna enter at a 45-degree angle. Sierra says I only use FSLTL AIG to see other players' liveries. Yeah, I do have the FSLTL liveries installed. That is nice that they give those. That they give you that huge pack of liveries. All right, let's get our gear down. There's our runway. Runway 35. And we got OBS on for our guidance. I don't even need to be looking. All right, let's get this nose up, get slowed down. All right, gear is down, 3 greens, fuel pump on. Let's go flaps 1. And the field's about 5,800 feet elevation. All right, full flap range. Make our left turn, make our base turn here. Pulling out some more power. All right, full flaps. .500 feet per minute descent still. Yep, I'm using the Toby. Yep, Jerry. Those 4 reds are maybe for me. All right, we got full flaps, 97 knots. Looking pretty good. Yeah, the sunset's looking great. All right, runway 35. Pulling out some power a little high. Oh, we're a little low, aren't we? Got the Vazzies there, 4 reds. Adding some power. Interested to know my settings. Yeah, sure, I can show you. I can show you when we're done. Hopefully I don't forget. COWS DA42 with a purchase. I think it's pretty great. I think that if you like the DA62, I think in about a month when they add the failures to this, if you want something more realistic, I would get the 42 to replace the 62. It's very smooth. I personally don't fly the 62 very much, so I'm not great at comparing them, the flight characteristics and stuff like that. There are some issues with the G1000 code that's like throwing up errors that you can see in yellow there. Okay, fuel pump is on, just double checking that. But overall, it's been really nice flying it. The visibility is better in this than the 62, which I really like. And as soon as they release the failures, like it's going to make the plane give you a lot of reasons to fly it if you want something that's more realistic than the stock 62. So we'll have those failures They said it'll be about a month. So say call it 2 months just to be conservative with their estimate. They said about a month. So. And it comes with 2 variants, which is nice. I think it's only like $30 US, right? I got it in Orbex. It's supposed to hit the marketplace in the coming weeks. Don't know exactly which week. But we are gonna... I did break my own rule of buying everything on the marketplace, and I got this because I just really wanted to fly it today. Alright, bring it in, boys. Victus on the way in DA42. Hot pink. Now metallic. Oh no, it's blue. It's the blue one. Fast lane landing. 12 out of 10. That's how I normally do it, is in the fast lane. Amarchi on the way in. Looks like he's in the 62. Oh no, he's stalling. Did you do that last time on purpose? Can't tell if you guys are messing with me or what. But he's alive in one piece. The plane is... Wheels are down. We will count it. Yeah, I think once the failures get added to this thing, I don't know if they're adding an EFB. Somebody was asking earlier. I think if you want, yeah, if you love the 62, I mean, and the failures are gonna make it incredible. Like, if that's the kind of realism you want, then you might as well get it now. It's not gonna be suddenly cheaper when the failures get added. Or you could wait for it to be in the marketplace, which is what I would normally do. Hunterson's down. That's the 42. So I can definitely tell the difference now. Like, there's the wing tips here, the winglets. Super tall ones versus the sloped ones. So the 62s are sloped, like the one Cyber's in. Jeff coming in the Bonanza. Yeah, I mean, it was really fun flying it. I wish I could... Stalling on final. Yerbit's coming in the velocity. This thing is like 800 knots probably right now. Yeah, it's been fun flying it. It's such a pretty plane. I hope in Flight Sim 2024 they fix the gear thing. Cordial is down. DA42. Jewel. DA62. Speed Demon. Alright, who's left? Bobo. Sierra's in an A310 and then Tripp's in a helicopter. Joker's in the TBM 930 over here. He's coming by to do a flyby of the tower. The pattern is not full. Flyby approved. Sierra coming into the A310. Bobo's in an unnamed plane. Sunset looks so good right now. I'm glad I picked it up on Orbex just to fly it today because I was very excited about the cows. Knowing a couple of you guys got it, I was like, I gotta join the party. Yeah, that windsock does look pretty favorable, huh? It's pretty good. I said that as if I was responding to somebody. Nobody said anything about the windsock. Joker's doing the Joker porpoises. Beautiful. Bounce it. That was 3 landings in a row. Primal has arrived. Is that the RV? It looks like one of the vans. Alright, and bringing it up. Trip in the H-160 helicopter. It's the best helicopter you've ever seen. Oh, Shambro is on his way in. Looks like Shambro might be the last. He's in a Bonanza. 6,200 feet. Are we stacking him in? Yeah, how's the parking looking today? Oh my god, beautiful. Holy crap, that looks professional. Guys, I mean, the pink liveries are the worst bug ever. Let me see if I zoom the camera in. Oh, it's based on the distance and the zoom? Oh no, the interiors. Why does it... It's so buggy. Oh man, I hope that gets fixed. This is ruining our photographs here. It's ruining them. Oh, Shambro's coming in. Is that the Baron? What am I looking at? That is the Baron. The lights look good. Oh, Primal Instinct's coming in. Oh, he's coming in for a second time. You already landed. How many more landings can he get? 2, 3. Here comes number 4. He's just padding the stats. He's padding his logbook. We're watching cheating in progress. 5 landings, 6 landings. Yeah, it's a bummer. It's a bummer that butters all around. In the COWS DA40, when you don't quite get a butter, then what you got instead is a milk. You milked the landing. It hasn't been churned into butter just yet. It's still cream. It's still milked. So, and that's only it's a term you're actually technically only and legally, I think, only allowed to use in the COWS DA40. So if you want to actually use the phrase milked instead of buttered, then yeah, you actually have to fly the COWS DA40. It's actually listed in the Orbex description. So, and the mods will enforce it. If you say milked, or you use the future, he milked that landing. If you say that in chat, the mods will enforce it if you don't have the DA42. So, just something to keep in mind if you're considering purchasing it. It's horrible. I mean, it's true. That's where butter comes from, right? From milk and cream. Could be worse. So I think milking the landing. Fredericks, I'm already ahead of you. We are gonna get a milk emoji. Yep. We have the butter emoji, and we're gonna have the milk landing emoji. That's now gonna be a thing. All inspired by COWS, the creator of worlds. All right, guys, this was fun. I have a friend getting off the train. I think like in a moment, like literally. He has to connect to like another. He's like taking some public transit to get towards me, and I gotta go meet up with him. So I'm gonna be a good friend and not fly the few legs here and be late. So I'm gonna go hang out with a real world human, which is a different thing for me. The milk emoji, Dale with the milk. Yeah, next time we're gonna have to bring in the milking versus buttering landing scale. We'll see how that goes over. Oh, Mike's coming in. All right, one more landing. Gotta watch Mike come in. DA62. And then we will call it an end of the day here. As always, thank you guys for hanging out. Watch Mike bring it in here. Ew. What, you're not a fan of milk, butter, cheese, creamer in your coffee? It does just sound kind of wrong when you say that somebody milked a landing, but you could say they buttered it and somehow it's better. Yeah, I guess it is better. Anyway. Utah is beautiful. All right, Mike, all eyes on you. A little bit in the fast lane, you love to see it. That is the proper way to land. That was definitely more a buttered landing than a milk landing, I think. He doesn't want to be seen with us. All right, guys. Dude, the parking job here is absolutely amazing. When is the next group flight? So I stream every... I did a Sunday stream impromptu last weekend because I wanted to earn some money in the ATR. But usually I stream Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday consistently. Every now and then I'll throw in another one. Tuesday, I'm usually doing some on-air flights, earning some virtual money, doing on-air company. I'll probably do that again in the ATR on Tuesday. Thursday is marketplace day, so we buy a bunch of stuff in the marketplace, try it out, review it, see what sucks, see what's good. And Saturdays are more focused on the group flight. We just mess around, go somewhere scenic like we did today. But yeah, if you want to hang out in between, like Big Sierra's been hosting Friday night group flights on the Discord. So if you guys aren't in there and you want to hop in the Discord server, feel free to come in and hang out. Discord's free. It's like a chat room if you've never used it, so you can hang out, share pictures, jump in voice channels, and fly together, all that good stuff. Yeah, we'll see if I'm going out to see some music tonight, so we'll see if I have the energy to do a flight tomorrow or not. But either way, it's great to see you guys today. Thanks for flying around in Utah. And yeah, the DA60 or DA42, pretty awesome. I like it. I think it's well done. I'm excited to see the failures, and I think for $30, it's pretty good. It's a good price at $30. Josh says all of us old guys are in there. Night all, get some dinner. Yep, get some food. I'm gonna go have a beer as well. You guys have a great rest of your Saturday. I'll talk to you guys on Discord as usual. I'll see you guys on the next stream. Thanks for flying along. Oh, and the Mountain, thanks for the couple gifted memberships. Sierra, thanks again for the 5 gifted memberships earlier, man. Really appreciate that. And Branson for re-upping for his 3rd month. He has a beautiful office chair now. Unlike you guys getting splinters in your butts on your stools, he has upgraded. Let the envy set in. All right, guys. Have a great day. Talk to you guys soon. See ya. Man, it's so pretty. Later.